Platte make it home. High school basketball coverage for you on a wintry Friday afternoon here on the Rural Radio Network. It is coming down to beat the band out there when I pulled into the high school parking lot just a little while ago. Good afternoon. Chris Cottrell joining you from near courtside here at Scottsbluff High School, where today it's the second of back-to-back doubleheaders for Scottsbluff as we get basketball coverage underway. Scottsbluff entertaining McCook. Glad to have you watching on KNEB.TV, Allo Channel 15, and Mobius Channel 1500. Of course, our radio broadcast as well, 106.9 The Trail, and we're streaming online, as always, at KHYYFM.com. Also today, picking up our listeners in the McCook area on the Zone 93.9. Glad to be helping Matt out whenever it's needed for him. Friend of the station. Glad to be helping him out this afternoon. Last night here at Scottsbluff, it was a split for the Bearcats against McCook in the girls' game. North Platte winning 50-42. Gracie Hannaborg led North Platte with 21 points, and Carly Purdy scored 12 and grabbed 14 rebounds. Mariah Avila, the lone double-digit scorer for Scottsbluff. She had 10. Sabrina Harsh, we went with her for our Taco John's player of the game. 9 points, plenty of physicality and aggressive play in the post last night. Scottsbluff fell to 15-6, and that was their first loss this year to an in-state team. As for the McCook girls, they were over at Gehring and had a 5-point lead at halftime before eventually falling 47-39 for Gehring in that one. Nikki Todd scored 16. Chloe Freeze had 14. That was a much-needed win for Gehring for their top 16 status with the postseason starting in just a few days. That's right. Come Monday, it's the start of sub-districts for the girls' side, and Scottsbluff, they'll be hosting the B8 tournament. It's going to be a quick two-day event is all on Monday. Gehring will play Alliance at 6 o'clock. The winner moves on to play the Lady Bearcats at 6 on Tuesday night. The winner of the sub-district tournament then auto-qualifies for a district final. We'll have both sub-district games on KNEB.TV and 106.9 The Trail starting at 5:45 for pregame with tip-off both nights at 6 o'clock. Looking ahead to our boys game later this afternoon, both these teams were winners last night. Scottsbluff able to hold on for the win over North Platte. Didn't play their best ball in the second half, but still a 62-54 win. They were up 16 at halftime. Sophomore Kellen Harris finished with 20, and junior Tyler Hari hit the boards as always and scored 13 points as Scottsbluff won for the fifth straight outing. Now 3 games over 500 on the season. Also getting a victory last night was McCook. The Bison came back from down at halftime to win crosstown at Gehring. The final was 52-46. Mark Arp scored 27 for the Bison in the victory. And the loss for Gehring last night, Brett Pazenka led the way for the Bulldogs with 20 points. It is our Platte Valley Company's pregame show this afternoon here on the Rural Radio Network. Chris Cottrell with you from our Logos broadcast location. Again, just near courtside. See Logos for all your screen printing and embroidery needs. They're on 10th Street, downtown Gehring. Up next, my post-game chat from last night with Scottsbluff girls coach Dave Bolish. We recap the North Platte loss and then get some thoughts on this one coming up against McCook. That'll be next, right after this, when we come back on the Rural Radio Network.
At Elite Physical Therapy, we provide preventative and rehabilitative treatments that maximize function and promote well-being for patients of all ages. With 2 locations in Scottsbluff and Gehring, we offer the convenience of you choosing your location with the same great services no matter where you go. Stop into one of our locations today, in Scottsbluff at 214 West 27th Street or in Gehring at 10th and M Street, and see what Elite Physical Therapy can do for you. Treatment you need and care you deserve.
This chair is way too big. It's perfect for us. This one's tiny. That's 'cause it's mine. Hey, this chair is just right. This bed is way too hard. It's perfect for me. This bed is way too soft. Ah, just what I needed. This bed is just right. So come on over to Leeds Heads.
Chris Cottrell back with you. Let's rewind to our girls varsity game earlier as Scottsbluff falls at home 50-42 to the visitors from North Platte. We visit now with Scottsbluff head coach Dave Bolish. And Coach, really, there just wasn't a lot of flow or rhythm. And even though North Platte's feeling good about the win, I didn't think there was much flow or rhythm to what they were doing tonight either.
No, I thought the game was really choppy. Early on, you have us with 17 points. They're kind of locked there at whatever it was, 21-24. That's just not a lot of flow, not a lot of rhythm in the game. So I think that just when it's choppy like that, it's tough for us, especially when we're giving up so much size. That kind of lends itself to getting a little bit sloppy and getting out of our threshold and out of our comfort zone. And so I was really pleased with the defense, because I think that we are giving up a lot of size. We're giving up a lot of size, and there's you got three really quality athletes there. 6 foot in Purdy, 6'2" or 3 in Orr, and then Gracie's going to probably be a multi-sport Division II or a single sport Division I athlete. So you got some pretty special kids over there that they're working with.
I know Hannaborg had 21, but to me, from my vantage point, when Purdy picked up her second and went out of the game, everything for them bogged down. And then when she's on the floor, I had her for 14 rebounds, and she hits the glass so hard, she saves possessions. And I know Hannaborg's the main attraction, but Purdy sure is something too.
Yeah, she really is. Hats off to her. And I keep telling Tyson you're welcome, because she figured that out against us last year at GNAC. She's a freshman last year, and she kind of had her breakout game against us up there in the tournament. And so, he can thank me later. I'll send him a bill. But she's special. She's super athletic. She's the ultimate garbage person, the ultimate garbage player. She's completely content going and earning it on the glass, and she's super effective once she gets it there. So, hats off to them. They played really well. They'd be a force if they were in Class B. They'd be an absolute force if they were in Class B. And so that's a good test for us. But we have to have a short memory. We have to go beat McCook right now. We got to get ready for Gearing. We have to have those 2 games. And then we got to be ready to rock and roll on Friday. We have to have a short memory.
What do you think? What'd you feel your team struggled with most tonight?
I just felt like the ball got sticky. On the offensive end, I thought it got sticky. I thought we didn't move it. I thought that, we kind of fell into – my belief is that, players will always go to their worst habit under pressure. And I thought that we had some kids do that, because that is a pressure situation. That's a tight game. And, you got to continue to move. You got to continue to move your feet. You got to continue to move the basketball. And I thought offensively we got stagnant. So, that's something we got to work on. Unfortunately, we spent a lot of time working on that this week. It just hasn't kind of clicked back for us. The good news for us is that we still have a ton of upside. I think we played our 2 best defensive games the last couple nights. That was a pretty good team, and I thought we did a really nice job on defensively. I thought we did a great job defensively against Sydney. And we have the offensive weapons. It's going to come together here at the end for us.
McCook led by 5 at halftime over at Gearing, but Gearing storms back and wins 47-39. Nikki Todd had 16, Chloe Fries 14 for Gearing. So tell us a little bit about this McCook team from what you've seen on film.
Yeah, they got a fantastic athlete there in their guard. She's a track star. She shoots it really well. They like to get out and do some 1-2-2 and 2-1-2 press. They'll shorten it down into the half court with the 2-1-2. Try to use some athleticism and some length, and so we're just going to have to be crisp with the ball. I think, and that's our lesson for this week is, you got to get the ball moving. Can't get it stuck and you can't get it sticky in someone's hands, and you can't expect players to make plays one-on-one. We got to make plays away from the ball. So
Coach Land, when I talked to him for their pregame ahead of McCook, the one word he kept saying was they're scrappy.
Yeah, I think they are. I think they fight and they grind and they're just kind of gritty. I'm glad Coach Land was able to wear them out a little bit for us tonight. So, good for them. We need Gearing to do well. We need Gearing to do well. That's kind of how PowerPoints works. Beat everyone you play. Hope everyone you play does well. So.
All right, Coach. Well, tough one tonight, but first loss to a team in the state here tonight. So
I don't want to talk about that.
Yeah, I know. Hey, 15-6, nothing to hang your head about. And the nice thing is you get to come back quick tomorrow and get that opposite taste in the mouth. So we'll look forward to that. Thanks for stopping up, Coach.
Thanks a lot.
You bet.
people count on space heaters and electric blankets to help stay warm in the winter. Here are a few safety tips. Space heaters need space all around them. Only buy space heaters that are tested and labeled by a national recognized facility. Before using a space heater or electric blanket, inspect the cord for cracks or warm spots. Finally, turn off electric blankets when not in use. Space heaters and electric blankets can provide needed comfort or can be deadly if not used with care. So use caution this winter season. This message is brought to you by Chimney Rock Public Power District, your touchstone energy partner, the power of human connections.
Winter arrived in full force throughout this work week, and a winter storm has settled in over the region for the rest of the weekend. Now, we've had one of the skylights here that sits out over the floor, leaking some moisture, some snow, turning into water, a drip earlier this afternoon. That appears to be taken care of. Dave Bolish does have a towel in his hand. Assistant coach Mike Berta, the officiating crew, they're checking up at that skylight right now. That's the force this thing has had there this week. You're worried about dripping snow, turning into water, falling onto the game floor. So it has been quite a day of weather, no doubt about that. But we are getting ready to go with McCook and Scottsbluff. And look, McCook and North Platte, they made the decision to head this direction yesterday, so you can bet you we're going to play some basketball one way or the other here today. Got two on tap. Jeff Kelly's got two. He's underway over at Gehring. KNEB.TV, Allo Channel 190 for the Gehring and North Platte contest. The Gehring girls a winner last night. Boys fell as McCook came back and won that game in comeback fashion in the third and fourth quarters. So we get set for two here. McCook enters at 7 and 14. The final last night, they lost 47-39. And in that game, they led by 5 at halftime and just unable to close the deal out against Gehring, who was a little bit shorthanded without Maddie Seiler, and I believe she'll be out for today's game. For Scottsbluff, their first loss to an in-state team yesterday as they dropped that one to North Platte. The final was 50-42. They entered yesterday 5th in Class B power points. There had not been an update as of early afternoon from the NSAA on the power points. Of course, girls sub-districts, and everything is already set as far as the brackets are concerned. We've got those in hand. If we catch any bit of a breather, some downtime, maybe between games. I know we've got some senior introductions to get to. Maybe we can roll through some of these girls sub-district tournament brackets. Things get started on Monday. It'll be a 2-game event here. 1 game on Monday and 1 game on Tuesday. Pep band on recording, making some noise here right now. We'll get the national anthem shortly, and then the introduction of starting lineups as afternoon action. Now, originally these games were scheduled for 5 and 6:45. 5 and 6:45 originally, moved up. The hope was to be able to get McCook and North Platte headed back home. I have no idea if they'll be able to get out on the roads and head back east at some point later on this evening after things wrap up with these girls and boys doubleheaders here at Scottsbluff and Gehring. Not only KNEB.TV and 106.9 The Trail, but for our McCook listeners today as well. Glad to have you guys on board the Zone 93.9. Bringing you high school basketball coverage from western Nebraska. Let's step away. We'll get the national anthem on site. When we come back, we'll get you the introduction of starting lineups. That's right after this on the Rural Radio Network. No matter what the groundhog says, you'll be mowing before you know it this spring. The best way to make sure you're ready for the first blades of grass is to take advantage of Sandberg Honda's Spring Tune-Up Special. From now until May 31st, schedule your lawnmower tune-up and receive free pickup and delivery in Scottsbluff and Gearing. As a bonus, schedule service by March 10th and save with the early bird special. Call Sandberg Honda at 436-2179 for details and to schedule your spring lawnmower tune-up today. Prep basketball coverage for you this afternoon. Back end of back-to-back two-game sessions here at Scottsbluff. Also over at Gearing as well. McCook here at the Bearcats. North Platte is at Gearing this afternoon. KNEB.TV, 106.9 The Trail in the zone, 93.9. Let's meet the starters. First for McCook. Tiara Matson, a 5'7 senior, averages just over 6 points a game. Also in the starting lineup, 5'4 junior Ainsley Taylor. Tori Hahn, a 5'9 sophomore, 3.5 points per game. Shauna Wilkinson, a 5'7 sophomore, averages 11.5 points. The McCook leading scorer, and rounding out the starting five is Sierra Kachwar, a 6' junior, who averages just shy of 6 points per outing. Now we meet the starters for Scottsbluff. 15-6 for head coach Dave Bolish. Mariah Vila, a 5'3 junior. She averages 11 points, 4 rebounds, 2.5 assists. Izzy Wright, a 5'5 senior, 3 points a game for Izzy. Callie Wright, a 5'5 senior. She averages 2 points per ball game. Emma Foote been steady all season long, 6.5 a game, 4 rebounds, 2.5 assists. And rounding out the starting five for Scottsbluff is Jamison Howard, a 5'9 senior. She averages right around 3 points per ball game. Dave Bolish meeting with his girls one final time before we tip things off. Our opening tip in just a couple seconds. Always brought to you by Papa Murphy's Pizza. Find them at 2801 Avenue B in Scottsbluff. Dan Marshall, his crew, they do a great job for you where it's always love at 425 degrees. Scottsbluff in the home whites. Balls in the air. We're underway. It's Kashwar controlling, and McCook has it to open up the ball game here this afternoon. Not going to lie, it's chilly inside the gym. Wild shot on the first possession of the game, and Shauna Wilkinson gets it to go. Wilkinson, a 5'7 sophomore, their leading scorer. She'll defend against Mariah Avila. They dump it to Emma Foote. Foote finds Izzy Wright. Quick feed to the baseline. Howard now back to Wright. To sister Callie on the drive. Too strong on the layup. Rebound comes off, and McCook gets it to Wilkinson. Wilkinson looks a little rough on the ball handling here early in the ball game. 7 minutes, 15 seconds to go. A 2-0 start for the Bison. They enter it to the high post area. Now a couple of dribbles with it was Tiara Matson. Left side shooting the three is Ainsley Taylor. That falls short. Scottsbluff going to try and run. Of course, impossible. Foote, jump stop, and got the shot to go off the square. Emma Foote gets Scottsbluff on the board for the first time this afternoon. We're tied at 2. Kachwar, that pass near the corner. Knocked away by Izzy Wright, nearly stolen. Tipped away out of bounds, so McCook will inbound the basketball. A 2-2 tie. Inbounds pass is stolen. Scottsbluff has it quickly into the front court. They back away defensively, and Mariah Avila takes advantage with the triple. Another turnover committed by McCook. Left side, it's on the way. That three a little strong. Tracking down the loose ball offensive rebound is Izzy Wright. We're going to get a reach-in foul called against Tiara Matson. That'll be her first. So back-to-back turnovers. Scottsbluff has scored the last 5 points. They lead 5-2 with 6:22 to play here in the first quarter. Emma Foote will inbound it. Now Mariah Avila, the junior point guard, having a tremendous junior campaign. Gets into the paint. Comes to a jump stop. Splits 2 defenders on the finish with the left hand. Mariah Avila has 5 quick points. Another turnover. And Scottsbluff now can't hang on to it down along the baseline. Inbounding will be Tiara Matson. She holds. Comes near side. Ainsley Taylor gets it to Shauna Wilkinson. Wilkinson and a timeout. Taken by the Bison. A quick 30-second timeout. Stoppage in play. We'll keep it right here. 5 minutes, 55 seconds to play in the opening quarter. And Scottsbluff, they trailed 2-0, but since they've scored the last 7 points here early in this opening stanza. Wells Fargo Advisors for more than 125 years. Wells Fargo Advisors, they've created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving their clients' personal financial goals. You can call Ryan Windhorst anytime, 632-7561 to learn more. Together, you'll go far. So some full court pressure paying dividends here early for the Lady Bearcats, looking for their 16th win of the season. Already a 1 seed for the 3-team sub-district next Monday and Tuesday. They'll play in a district final. We'll just have to wait and see how things shake out as far as home, road, seed, what they're up to, and who they're playing. Scottsbluff man defensively. And they throw it into the corner. McCook basketball. Right side now. Up top with it, Shauna Wilkinson, the sophomore guard, backs the dribble out, fires a pass to the right side, and that gets along the near sideline. Ainsley Taylor could not handle it, and that is the 4th turnover committed by McCook. KDB.TV, 106.9 the trail, and the zone 93.9. Emma Foote. Right side, behind the three-point line, Izzy Wright. Now Callie Wright, she'll fire a triple. That's off the iron. Ball tipped up, winds up right in the hands of Jamison Howard. And Howard, an easy stick back from right underneath the basket. Tori Hahn now gives it to Wilkinson. They tried to squeeze a little pass into Kochwar in the post. 5th turnover committed by McCook. Emma Foote drives straight to the rim. Too strong with the layup. Kochwar the rebound and a reach-in foul. Emma a little frustrated, trying to make up for that missed shot with a steal, and she gets whistled for the personal. First personal, first team foul. 4:48 to go in the first quarter. Scottsbluff leading 9-2. Inbounding is Tiara Matson. Off the bench, Peyton Doucette. She's averaging a little over 7 points per ball game. And now Izzy Wright with a bump in the open floor. 4:43 to play first quarter action. And a 9-2 lead for Scottsbluff. McCook basketball. Doucette plays it into the foul line. And Hahn can't knock down the mid-range jumper. Offensive rebound, though. They'll drop it to the low post. Pass to the perimeter. Tipped. And now we're going to get a whistle and a jump ball. Possession arrow favors Scottsbluff. Turnover number 6 committed by McCook. A 9-2 start in this one as the Lady Bearcats are off to a fast start. They trailed 2-0, but now a 9-0 run, and they've got it on the offensive end. Callie Wright took the feed and shuffled the feet. Second turnovers, they get Callie on the walking violation. Now some pressure in the full court. Doucette up ahead to Matson. Matson got tripped up, lost the basketball, and Scottsbluff will get it back. 4 minutes and 12 seconds to play. Izzy Wright to Callie Wright. They feed the perimeter. Mariah Avila between the legs on the dribble. Now middle of the floor at the foul line. Stopped. She was going to pull up and take that jumper just inside the free throw lane area. And before the shot, she walked with it. Third turnover committed by Scottsbluff. Halfway through this opening quarter, a steal in the backcourt. Missing the shot was Callie Wright, but there to clean up the garbage was Jamison Howard. Her second basket and a chance for an old-fashioned three-point play coming for Jamison Howard. The foul whistled against Peyton Doucette. Howard's got 5, Avila 5, Foot with 2. 12-0 run for Scottsbluff. They lead 12-2. Wilkinson walked with the basketball. In the open floor, 8 first quarter turnovers. Avila to Callie Wright. They'll go mid-post area to Emma Foot. And Foot loses the basketball. On the run out the other direction, Doucette misses the layup. Hit the underside of the rim, and Mariah Avila, of course, trying to run right side. With it, Foot swarming defensively, the Bison. And now Jamison Howard on the wing right side behind the arc. Dangerous pass into traffic. Kachwar comes up with the steal. Peyton Doucette with it. She's a 5'5 junior. Again, averages around 7 points per game coming off the bench. We'll see Emma Dutton check in at the next dead ball. Here's a 3 out of the right corner. That won't fall for Matson. Scottsbluff has it. Up top, Avila makes the extra pass, dumping it down low. Foot got it to Izzy Wright, missed the shot, rebounded by Kachwar. Outlet pass up ahead to Doucette. 2 minutes and 40 seconds to go here in the opening quarter. Shauna Wilkinson on the left wing. She'll drive baseline, throw it up off the square with a runner off one leg, and Wilkinson has both field goals for the Bison, 12-4. In the corner, wide open look. That 3 rolled around the iron, skipped off the glass, came into the hands on the miss of Kachwar. Wilkinson lobs it ahead. Transition opportunity. McCook can't take advantage. We get a whistle and a jump ball as Wilkinson got tied up with Callie Wright. Subs now for Scottsbluff. Sabrina Harsh, Paige Horn, and Peyton Berta all check into the game. Staying on the floor, Izzy Wright and Mariah Avila with 2:09 to play in the first quarter. Ainsley Taylor inbounds, and that ball sails out of bounds far side. 9 first quarter turnovers for McCook. That will not play here today. That type pace will get them ran out of here in a hurry by the Lady Bearcats. Peyton Berta bounce pass to Harsh. She looks opposite. Paige Horn. A little outside her range to Mariah Avila. Avila comes to a jump stop in traffic, and now we get a whistle, and that's the second traveling call whistled against Mariah Avila. McCook trying to handle the full court press. Nearly throw it away on the left block area. Wild shot in traffic. And there's a 3 ball wound up in the hands of Tori Hahn. And Hahn connects from deep. 12-7, much needed basket. Now they dump it down low. Nice feed from Izzy Wright, and Paige Horn with a right hand finish. The lefty uses the right. Took the pass from her right. And now we get a reach-in foul called against McCook after a steal, 10 turnovers in the quarter. Tiara Matson comes on now for the Bison, a familiar last name. Trevor Matson, of course, would imagine some relation there. Trevor Madsen, one of the Bison football greats here in the last handful of years. You do not want to get tied up with Sabrina Harsh. You might win the possession arrow at times, but you're going to lose that physicality battle each and every time. Jump ball, possession arrow to Scottsbluff. They'll inbound it to Peyton Berta. Berta goes by 2 defenders, lost it out of bounds. 16 turnovers combined here in the opening quarter. Harsh makes it another. Got the tip, the steal, the assist. Izzy Wright on the bucket. It's 16-7. Ainsley Taylor into the front court. Gives it up to Dutton. Ball's tipped up into the air. 44 seconds to play. And Doucette reaches in the backcourt, knocks it away from Izzy Wright. Kennedy Walter checks in, and also back on Sierra Kochwar. .9 to play. Opening quarter action, doubleheader, girls and boys action. Scottsbluff entertaining McCook. Cats move it left side of the floor. Now up top, they reverse it to the right side. Good feed from, first off, it was Berta that found Avila, and the bounce pass to Paige Horn, fouled on the shot. Foul goes against Madsen. That's her second. 4th team foul, and Paige Horn at the stripe. Shauna Wilkinson checks back in for McCook. Horn second, got both. The lead is 11. Full court pressure in the backcourt. Now a foul is going to go against Scottsbluff. Horn called for the personal. 3rd team foul against the Cats. 21 seconds to go here in quarter number 1. Peyton Doucette. Bounce pass comes in to Tori Hahn. The sophomore Hahn brings it across the timeline. Nearly lost it on the dribble. Picked up. Wilkinson can't knock down the baseline, Jay. It's loose. 8 seconds to play. Avila, Hahn tracking. They give it up. It's Peyton Berta got the shot attempt away with 3.3 to go. She got fouled, and Peyton Berta sent to shoot 2 at the stripe. Berta averages 10.5 points per game, had 5 last night. She'll shoot 2 at the line, 73% on the season. The long sleeve shirt under the jersey is not a fashion statement today. It is a comfort for Berta. She gets both. 20-7, the lead grows to 13. Ball tipped, and the buzzer sounds. McCook just trying to survive here in the early going. Scottsbluff leads after 1, 20-7 on the West Coast scoreboard.
For more than 162 years, FNBO has been with you where you are. A bank committed to helping you earn more and save more, so you can do more, both big and small. It's what you can expect from the great big small bank.
When you call Gearing Valley Plumbing and Heating, you will have options. Repair it, rebuild it, or update it. Whether your furnace stops working or your bathtub won't drain, Gearing Valley Plumbing and Heating provides the services you need to be comfortable. Weekends, holidays, or late nights, we will be there. With over 30 years of service, our certified technicians and cutting-edge technology can keep your systems running at their peak efficiency. Gearing Valley Plumbing and Heating, every time we enter your home, we leave it a better place to live.
High school basketball coverage on KDB.TV, 106.9 The Trail, and the Zone 93.9 for our McCook listeners. Lady Bison right now going to have to find a way to get off to a good start here in this second quarter. Trailing by 13. They turned it over 10 times in the first. Scottsbluff not a whole lot better as they turned it over 6 times. Ainsley Taylor, that ball tipped on the point by Sabrina Harsh. And then just got going too quick with it. She lost it. First foul on Harsh as the whistle blows. 7:46 to play in the first half. Bison basketball in the half court. Entry pass is nearly stolen away off a tip. And Ainsley Taylor finds the loose ball and knocks down the mid-range jump shot. Callie Wright had it knocked away out of bounds. It'll stay with Scottsbluff. Mariah Avila will inbound. They're in a box set. 2 at the block, 2 at the elbow. They try and free up Callie Wright on the right side. Lob it inbounds. Tracking it down in the backcourt is Izzy Wright. To Callie. Quick pass up ahead to Mariah Avila. Avila to Harsh. Harsh just inside the foul line, misses the jump shot. Here comes Wilkinson for McCook. Wilkinson off the square. The layup wouldn't go. Ripping it away defensively on the glass is Harsh. Avila. Left corner on the feed. It goes to Izzy Wright. Down low. Shot away off the square. Wouldn't drop for Harsh. I don't think it would have counted. Foul committed on the floor by Sierra Kochwar. That'll be her first. Sabrina Harsh will head to the bench for Scottsbluff. Foot, Howard, Wright, and Avila on the floor right now. Mariah probing on the bounce. Now Jamison Howard leaves the 3 short. Offensive rebound. Callie Wright, Emma Foot, soft touch on the jumper. Foot's got 4. It's 22-9. Minute 20 seconds gone by in the second quarter. Ball tipped by Foot. Kochwar runs it down for McCook. They move it quickly, and a short corner jump shot, right baseline off the mark for Tiara Matson. Offensive rebound controlled by McCook. It's Wilkinson in traffic, throws it up off the glass. Wouldn't go. She grabbed it quickly. Inadvertent contact made by Callie Wright down on the floor. And it was touched last by Mariah Avila, just tipping it away out of bounds. Inbounds pass, unable to hit the 3. Matson. Loose ball, second shot on this possession. No, another offensive rebound though. And McCook going to get a 3 from Wilkinson. And that'll be a push from behind. Working for an O board was Matson. That'll be her 3rd. Third foul on Matson. And with 6:04 to play here in the first half, we'll get free throws the rest of the way for Scottsbluff. 7th team foul, 1-and-1 opportunity now for Mariah Avila. Coming into last night was at 73% on the season at the line. Scottsbluff hit all 5 of their foul shot attempts in the first quarter. Misses the front end, but an O board. Now it's Foot. Comes to a jump stop. Outside, Callie Wright's 3. Slams off the square. Ball loose on the floor. Wright has it. Goes up, fouled. Callie will shoot 2. Tori Hahn called for the personal. And Callie Wright knocks down the first of 2. Scottsbluff 6 of 7. Shooting free throws here in the first half. Second on the way. And Wright has both. (24-9). Some full court pressure from Scottsbluff, and who touched it last? It goes out of bounds. off the Cats. It'll stay with the Bison. .5:45 to play. First half action. Inbounds pass comes to Doucette. Out of the right corner, Wilkinson's three. Little strong. Offensive rebound grab by Kochwar. That wouldn't go. Outlet pass from Callie Wright to Jamison Howard. Off her fingertips, and a turnover committed by Scottsbluff. Second of the quarter. Wilkinson spins, goes baseline, reverse layup, hit the underside of the rim, grabs the rebound. It'll stay offensive end. A turnover as Avila comes up with the steal. Dave Bolish takes a timeout. 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. Scottsbluff in front, 24-9 here in the second quarter. Monument Physical Therapy in Gering. They offer their Bumps and Bruises program, one free consultation and one free follow-up for all area athletes. That's Monument Physical Therapy in Gering. Seven different players have scored already in this game for Scottsbluff. For McCook, just the one field goal here in the second quarter scored by Ainsley Taylor. They've had three players score. Out of the timeout, Avila, Izzy Wright, Emma Foote, Callie Wright, Jamison Howard. The five on the floor for Dave Bolish. Howard. Zone defense now from McCook. That might free up an outside shooter or two. Avila can't knock down the tray from the left corner. Pushing quickly is Wilkinson. Shauna Wilkinson fed the perimeter, and walking with the basketball was Tori Hahn. 12 turnovers in the game for McCook. 4:50 to go here in the half. Avila. Foot to Izzy Wright. Now Callie Wright. Along the baseline, they kick it middle of the paint, and up for two, knocking it down is Emma Foote. 6 in the ball game. They throw cross court. McCook into the front court now. Joy Rippon into the ball game. Now it's Hahn on the left side. Two defenders near Tori Hahn. Now Doucette. Kennedy Walter. Jumper for Rippon comes up short. Who touched it last? Out of bounds off the shooter. We'll get substitutions now for Scottsbluff with Berta Horn and Harsh. Howard, Callie Wright, and Izzy Wright will sit for Dave Bolish. Across the timeline, Scottsbluff now with it in the left corner. Berta on the dribble, and they reach in and they take it away from Peyton Berta. I think Berta touched it last, but it's Sabrina Harsh grabbing the loose ball. Fired a wild bounce pass. Ragged action here in the last 10-12 seconds. Both ends. We get a whistle and a foul called against Paige Horn, her second. Boy, nobody checked Doucette. She was wide open, got a clean look, could not knock down the triple. Rebound grab by Emma Foote. Outlet pass up ahead. Into traffic, stolen away by Doucette, and a push called against Mariah Avila. 16 foul. 3:34 to go in the first half. Inbounding for McCook is Rippon. She scored 2 points last night in the win, or check that, the loss over at Gering. Launching from deep, Tori Hahn. Kochwar fighting for offensive rebounding position. Got a hand on it and knocked the ball out of way out of bounds. 3:25 to go here in the second quarter. Scottsbluff in control, leading 26-9. Sabrina Harsh, she gonna fire a three, and she banked it in. She's shaking her head. The facial expressions you get from Harsh throughout a ball game are priceless. A 20-point lead. She blocks a shot on the defensive end. Foot throws it away, though, right into the hands of Doucette. Doucette, turnaround shot in the paint. It would not drop. Oh, board. Grabbed by Kochwar. Now we get a whistle and a foul called against Harsh. Second foul on Harsh. Couple of substitutions for the Bison. Kochwar can't knock down the front end of a 1-and-1 opportunity. Avila. Berta to Avila. Mariah picks up her dribble. Now it's Foot. Comes to a jump stop. And what do we have? A whistle and a jump ball possession arrow. It'll stay with Scottsbluff. Izzy Wright checks back in. Paige Horn will sit for the Cats. A three ball from Sabrina Harsh. Moments ago, Kochwar out. Emma Dutton back in, a 5'10 junior for the Bison. 29-9 our score. Berta off the screen from a deep three-point shot that time off the front of the iron. Rushing it into the front court is Shauna Wilkinson. Wilkinson, Dutton, never looked to the basket. Shooting the three is Hahn. That's off the mark. Ball tipped, kept it in bounds. It went right to Wilkinson. She couldn't score it. Outlet pass from Avila up ahead, knocked away by Hahn. Turnover on the other end of the floor. McCook's got 14 of them. Open look, Berta. That's her spot from the left corner. It won't go. Rebounding the miss for McCook. Hahn into the hands. Wilkinson nearly with a double dribble violation. Instead, Hahn, top of the key three. Off the mark. Over the back, foul called against Emma Dutton. Berta and Foot take a seat. Howard, Harsh, Wright, and Avila on the floor right now for the Lady Bearcats. Avila hits the front end of the 1-and-1. Minute 29 to play in the first half. Avila misses the second. It's a 21-point lead. Dutton just could not squeeze the orange. Lost it out of bounds. It'll stay with the Bearcats. 30-9. Avila will inbound along the baseline. They'll screen across. Opposite corner. Tough to make that pass. Turned it over. McCook gives it right back. Jamison Howard. Couple of dribbles. Now reverses direction. Izzy Wright has it. Harsh underneath with a right hand. Sabrina has 5 points in the quarter. It's 32-9. We dip under 1 minute to play in the half. Wilkinson on the catch. Now driving baseline. Step back long two off the iron. Ball rolls around the floor, eventually picked up by Avila. 45 seconds to play. Avila into the paint, goes to the basket, took some contact, and Mariah Avila will shoot two. Second foul on Emma Dutton. 10th team foul. 2 shots for Avila. Scottsbluff leading by 23 points. Mariah 2 for 4 at the line. And a 2 for 2 trip on this opportunity. 25 is the lead for the Lady Bearcats. Wilkinson, dribble handoff action to Hahn. Wilkinson, little wild on the drive. Foul goes against Avila, her second. And Wilkinson.
In for the Bearcats, Avery Fox and Quincy Johnson.
Couple of makes for Wilkinson, 34-11. 20 seconds to play in the first half. Avery Fox into the ball game. Got the start last night. Some token minutes here late. Now Howard to Fox. Fox tries to go baseline, cut off. Dump it now low to Callie Wright. Jump hook with a right hand. Offensive rebound to Izzy Wright. Ball loose along the baseline. And the buzzer sounds. We've come to the end of a fairly sloppy first half of action for both these ball clubs. After 2 quarters of play, it's Scottsbluff in complete control. They lead 34-11 on the West Coast scoreboard.
I've struggled with my weight since I was 13, but weight loss surgery changed my life. I've lost 120 pounds, 80 inches, and gained a whole new outlook on life.
Weight loss surgery may be the answer to your weight and health problems. Regional West offers the support of skilled surgeons and a dedicated bariatric team for your journey to a healthier you. Learn more about weight loss options at Regional West. It's time for a new you.
Hey y'all, Heather here with Platte Valley Vac & Sew. Platte Valley Vac & Sew has been a cornerstone in downtown Scottsbluff since 1977. Our family brings over 100 years combined experience in the vacuum and sewing machine industry. We stand behind all of our products with a warranty you can trust and service you can count on. Whether you decide to shop in-store or online at PlatteValleyVacandSew.com, our quality products and customer care shine through. You can buy online, sign up for classes, see a calendar of classes and events, view our newsletter, and stay up to date. Platte Valley Vac & Sew, downtown Scottsbluff, and online to serve you.
Having windows and patio doors installed by Renewal by Andersen is literally a red carpet experience. We treat your home like it is ours. We focus on the details. Renewal by Andersen windows and patio doors fit right. They keep the outside out. Our 20-year warranties and great financing options are second to none. Our installers are very well-trained local experts at proper installation. Renewal by Andersen windows and patio doors, great products installed by great people. Contact us. Let's talk about your project.
Logos in Gearing is the place to get all of your school spirit gear, personalized gifts, and promotional items for your business and employees and banners for any special event. Logos is also the only place to stop for custom screen printing or embroidery. You can even design it yourself on their interactive website. Stop into Logos today. They'll design it, print it, and have it to you in no time. There's no job too big or small for Logos. That's Logos in Gearing. High school basketball coverage for you on a snowy Friday afternoon. By the time we leave the gym later on, it'll be a Friday evening, and who knows what we're going to walk out to weather-wise when this prep basketball doubleheader comes to a close here later on tonight. Halftime of our girls game. We're a fourth of the way through our twin bill. It's 34-11 with Scottsbluff in front of McCook, leading by 23 points. KNB.TV coverage. That means you can watch on Allo Channel 15, Mobius Channel 1500, radio today 106.9 The Trail, and also for our friends back in the McCook area on the Zone 93.9. 34-11 here at the break. We'll add up the scoring totals, and when we come back, we'll check our halftime stats. Brought to you by Paul Reed Construction and Supply. That's right after this on the Rural Radio Network.
We do 2 pictures just like we've done in the past, one straight down and one from the side, but it's better in the fact that they're going to get called back less, there's greater accuracy, and it's a lot easier to find it in dense breasts. A woman should start getting their mammos at age 40 every year, and 1 in 8 people get breast cancer, so it's the best way to find it is early detection.
Are you looking for the perfect place to hold a wedding, family reunion, holiday office party, or business meeting? Well, look no further. The Hampton Inn and Suites Hotel and Conference Center is just the place for you. We're a full-service banquet facility that can host up to 400 of your guests. Stop in and see our spacious open-concept meeting rooms and begin planning your special event or family gathering today. Let us do the work for you so you can enjoy your guests. For personal service, stop by the Hampton Inn and Suites front desk.
At Platte Valley Bank, we believe it shouldn't cost you money to access your money. That's why we offer free ATMs anytime, anywhere. Whether you are across town or traveling abroad, there won't be an added expense to access the funds in your bank account.
They're not a whole lot better. They've turned it over 13 times so far through 2 quarters. Very spread out scoring column for the Cats. Mariah Avila has 8. 6 points for Emma Foote. 5 apiece, Sabrina Harsh and Jamison Howard. Paige Horn, the freshman off the bench, had 4 in the first quarter. And 2 points apiece at halftime for Izzy Wright, Callie Wright, and Peyton Berta. Scottsbluff in the second quarter, 5 for 7 at the line. They are now 10 for 12 in the game. McCook put Scottsbluff into the bonus with 6+ minutes to go in that first half. Jeff Kelly's got Gehring at home right now as they're taking on North Platte. That doubleheader on KDB.TV, Allo Channel 190, and streaming at KMORFM.com, KMOR 93.3 with Jeff for the radio broadcast. Halftime score from Scottsbluff High School. It's the Lady Bearcats in control, leading McCook 34-11 on the West Coast scoreboard.
You may look forward to spending the seasons with family in your home, but not when these critters. Benzel Pest Control saves the day. Family owned since 1976, we provide prompt, professional, and efficient services to keep your home or business safe and secure all year round.
With 3 generations and more than 4 decades of service to the Nebraska Panhandle and Southeast Wyoming, Benzel Pest Control is the only name in all seasons pest defense.
New season and new fashion is in at Compliments for you and your home. Check out what's new from Tribal and Charlie B. From light layers for warm days and cool nights to reversibles that are a must-have for the season. Compliments has the style for you. With great looks come great deals. Compliments always has weekly deals to bring more style into your life. Get ahead of the trends and get the new shapes, shades, and colors this season at Compliments for you and your home. 1708 Broadway, downtown Scottsbluff.
Western CPAP Supply has earned an impeccable professional reputation within the Wyoming and Western Nebraska region. Helping you get a good night's sleep is our passion. Our amazing team understands sleep disorders from a personal and professional level. We use CPAPs and BiPAPs too, and sometimes it just helps to work with people who share common ground. Our accredited CPAP supply company is approved by Medicare and Medicaid and is in network with every major insurance company in the region. Western CPAP Supply. We're here to help.
High school basketball coverage this Friday afternoon right here on the Trail, KNB TV and the Zone 93.9. We get set for the start of half number 2. Scottsbluff High football player I saw the other day, Alex Galindo, picked up an offer. I believe that was from Midland. Good to see Alex getting some recognition, some offers, and hopefully an opportunity to continue his career at the next level. Really had a standout season for Judd Hall's team. Came into the year needing a playmaker, and Alex Galindo was exactly that. Just about set for the third quarter. Russell's Automotive, your family-owned go-to for all those quality automotive repair needs. Another fine high school sports sponsor for us on the Rural Radio Network. We're underway. McCook basketball, Shauna Wilkinson was told by some of the Scottsbluff coaches last night after the North Platte game how outstanding she is in track and field in the spring. Spring feels light years away based on the weather outside here right now, but man, it'll be here before you know it as far as spring sports is concerned. Block shot on one end. Scottsbluff basketball here in the half court. Mariah Avila called for her third travel of the game. That's the 14th turnover of the game committed by Scottsbluff. Left side on the dribble. That's Tiara Matson. Now Tori Hahn. Ainsley Taylor. Dangerous pass really to nobody. Intercepted by Izzy Wright. And a blocking foul called against Taylor. In the open floor as Wright was out in transition. Nearly a minute gone by in the third. It's 34-11. Scottsbluff up big. Inbounds pass from Foote. She kind of took a misstep towards the game floor and then had to release it just before she maybe stepped across the baseline. Opposite end, they give it up, and now Scottsbluff turns it over. In transition, Wilkinson lays it in. She's got 8 points in the game. The lead is 21-34-13. Ball loose on the floor, picked up by Izzy Wright. Callie Wright, they'll reverse it to the left side. Howard. Izzy Wright stepping out defensively is Tiara Matson. McCook in his zone. Avila on the drive, lofts it up towards the rim, and it falls home. Not deterred by the 3 traveling calls against her. She continues to press the issue on the dribble drive action. Now along the baseline. Good ball movement this time from McCook. Wilkinson got a good look at it. Couldn't knock down the triple. Kochwar, the offensive rebound. Foot on the line, long deuce, it falls for Wilkinson. She's got a quick 4 in the quarter into double figures with 10. 36-15. Avila to Howard. Jamison, no hesitation, puts up the 3 and knocks it down. Jamison Howard has 8, and the lead grows to 24. Tori Hahn. Entry pass to Kochwar, and nearly stolen away as Kochwar got rid of it to the perimeter to Wilkinson. It was Avila with a hand in, knocking the ball out of bounds. 5 minutes and 18 seconds to play in the third. All Scottsbluff. Ainsley Taylor cut off. Got it to Matson. Jumper wouldn't go for Hahn. And Howard the rebound. They've got Foote out ahead of the pack. Emma in transition. Pull-up jump shot. Knocks it down from about 12 feet out. Emma Foote's got 8. Kochwar in the post. Sierra Kochwar has her first 2 points. PA man Bill Boyer's had enough. He's put the jacket on. If I put mine on, it would literally be admitting it is full-blown winter in this gym. My coat is huge, but it is chilly. There is no doubt about it today. 41-17 is our score. And Kochwar is at the foul line. And Kochwar able to get it to go. 41-18 is our count. 1-2 at the stripe. And Mariah Vila cans one from deep. 44-18. Kochwar in the paint. Slams it off the glass, and it drops for her second basket of the quarter. Avila in traffic to Foot. Ball movement, extra pass, creates an open three. Callie Wright couldn't get it to go. Offensive rebound into the hands of Jamison Howard. Second crack at it for Callie Wright, and she hits the triple from the right corner. Callie's got 5. It's a 27-point lead. And we're going to get a whistle. Ball goes out of bounds. And we get a 5-for-5 line change now for Scottsbluff. Quincy Johnson, Paige Horn, Sabrina Harsh, Peyton Burda, and Avery Fox, all 5 check into the game. There's a 2-point jump shot for Joy Rippon. Her first 2 points of the game. In traffic, Paige Horn. The left-hander off the iron left. Would not go. Tipped away out of bounds. It'll go to the Bison 47-22 with 3:30 left. Here in the third quarter, Shauna Wilkinson. She's had her hands on the ball most of the afternoon for the Bison. Down low, Peyton Doucette. Her first 2 points, averages a little over 7. Had 6 last night. Berta nearly gave it up. Winds up in Horn's hands in traffic. Paige Horn now has 6. There's a steal. Scottsbluff on the run out with Peyton Berta. Berta with the left. Left it short. Offensive rebound. The stick back wouldn't go for Sabrina Harsh. It fell into the hands of Avery Fox, who kind of fell off her spot and is called for the travel. Gracie Weimers will come at the next dead ball for McCook. In traffic, Fox defending. Down low against Rippon. Jump shot from the outside won't go. Doucette on the miss. Here comes Berta. Berta across the timeline with the right. Bounce pass into traffic, stolen away by the Bison. 4 more turnovers in the quarter, 17 for the game for Scottsbluff. They lob it into the paint to Kochwar. Nice take, aggressive move to the basket, but too strong with the layup. Fox with 2:03 to play in the quarter. She banks it in from about 8 feet. Cook in the half court. They'll send in 4 fresh bodies here in a moment. Wilkinson shoots it over Berta. And Shauna Wilkinson with 6 in the quarter, now above her season average at 12, averages 11.5. Berta to Paige Horn. Paige Horn playing more aggressively and confidently on the offensive end. Misses the shot, but still look good. Wilkinson, nice dribble drive. Kind of went from the left to the right side of the paint and got the layup with the right hand. 8 in the quarter for Wilkinson. Missed shot. Oh, and we've got Wilkinson hit the floor pretty hard. She gets herself up. Boy, that was dangerously close to slamming her head on the hardwood. Glad that that did not happen, and she's okay. And she appears okay coming to the bench as they get a bunch of new bodies into the ball game. Tiara Matson's back on. Tori Hahn also back into the game. Joy Rippon, Ainsley Taylor, and Gracie Weimers. I believe that's the first time we've seen Weimers on the floor this afternoon. Rippon gets rid of it. Right side, Taylor. Quincy Johnson challenged on the three-point attempt, but Ainsley Taylor gets it to go. She's got 5. Now Berta. 2-3 zone, the look from McCook. Rippon chasing. Now Harsh. Harsh in traffic. And a foul called against the Bison. Ainsley Taylor picks up her second. 23 seconds to play in the quarter. Berta along the baseline, bounce pass, trying to get it to Quincy Johnson, stolen away. 12 seconds to go in the quarter. Along the baseline, extra pass to the hands of Tori Hahn, can't knock down the tray. Quincy Johnson, the rebound, outlet pass to Horn. Can Horn get it away at the buzzer? She can, but it will not go. Would have counted. Good effort, though, from Scottsbluff, and Horn heads up play. She recognized the amount of time on the clock and got the shot away. And she was fouled. We get a whistle, and the foul called against Tori Hahn. So this is tough. Freshman, all eyes on her. No one at the foul line, and the first is off the mark. And the red lights all over the backboard for her. She gets 1 of 2. Through 3 quarters of play. It's a big lead for Scottsbluff at home. They are on top of McCook, 52-31 on the West Coast scoreboard.
Hey, I've been hanging out here a long time outside of Panhandle Auto Group, and boy, do they have a great selection of vehicles.
And their sales team is great to work with, and you can also get your vehicle serviced and detailed too.
Welcome to Panhandle Auto. This is Sam Serta, General Sales Manager. It has been our pleasure to serve you for the past 2 years. At Panhandle Auto, we have a seat for everybody. Whether you need a vehicle for yourself, a son or daughter, our team will go above and beyond to satisfy your needs and even your dreams. So again, thank you from Sam Serta, General Sales Manager at Panhandle Auto, for allowing us to earn your business. At Panhandle Auto,
it's time for something different.
52-31. So we're back on the Rural Radio Network and the Zone 93.9. Scottsbluff girls on top big here at home against McCook. Kochwar going to be called for the shooting foul, defending against Sabrina Harsh. Second foul on Kochwar. 4th team foul called against McCook. Dead silent in the gym as Harsh hits the first. A 3-point make earlier off the glass for Sabrina. Misses the second at the line. Offensive rebound grabbed by Paige Horn. Pass down around the feet of Quincy Johnson, and then she throws it over the head of Sabrina Harsh. Shauna Wilkinson leads all scorers with 14. Mariah Avila for Scottsbluff has 13 points. Wilkinson, and again, glad she's okay, came dangerously close to falling on her back, unable to brace her fall, and was an inch or two away from slamming the back of her head onto the game floor, and glad that that did not happen. Foul called against Sabrina Harsh. third personal and the third team foul against the Cats. 7:30 to go. And Kochwar, a line drive off the front of the iron. Two for 5 at the line now. Kochwar makes the second. They'll drop back into the half court defensively. A little over 30 seconds gone by here in the fourth quarter. Scottsbluff moving the basketball. Horn, couple of dribbles, cut off by Kochwar. Finds Berta. Peyton Berta's three. Too strong. Ricochets off and rebounded by Shauna Wilkinson. Wilkinson pushing the tempo. Had her shot blocked by Sabrina Harsh.
In for the Bison, number 3, Emma Dutton.
It'll stay with the Bison. They'll sprint. Dutton right to the rim. She beat Quincy Johnson to the spot. Dutton got the shot away, got fouled. Second foul on Johnson. And 2 shots at the stripe for Emma Dutton. She misses the first. Got the shot to go, but stepped across the free throw line ahead of the ball, getting to the iron, so they'll wipe off the make. It's 53-32. Cats get it back. Trailer up big. Horn. Now to Harsh. Got the smaller Dutton on her. Boy, looked middle, came quickly back to the baseline. She gets off the floor in a hurry, and Sabrina Harsh has 8 points in the game. Shooting the three. Will not go for Tiara Matson. Avery Fox throws it up ahead. Quincy Johnson in traffic. The turnaround shot goes for Quincy Johnson. 57-32, 6.5 to play in the game, and a bump foul. That'll be called on Johnson, her third.
Quincy Johnson, her third personal foul. 15 foul on the Bearcats. In for the Bison, Tiara Kochwar.
Emma Dutton will sit right now on the floor for McCook. The inbounds pass came into Matson. Ball knocked away out of bounds, so you've got Matson, Kochwar, Hahn, Wilkinson, and Taylor. Some more substitutes onto the floor for Scottsbluff with Taryn Spady, Shea Willits, and Anna Kelly. Staying on, Quincy Johnson and Avery Fox. Wilkinson, long-range three ball, wouldn't drop. Long rebound, eventually tracked down by Shea Willits. Johnson gives it to Kelly. They'll move it left side. Taryn Spady's three comes up short. Saved in bounds or played back in on the save was Johnson. It goes out of bounds off McCook. 6:10 to go here in regulation. 57-32, and we'll get some reserves the rest of the way. Avery Fox going to shoot the three ball. Underneath, trying to rebound with Shea Willits. Ball is loose. We're going to get some wild sequences here in the final 6 minutes here in this one, with plenty of substitutes on the floor now for Scottsbluff. McCook still with their frontline players out on the floor. 57-32. Ainsley Taylor, jab steps against Taryn Spady. Kochwar at the high post right side. Three for Tiara Matson off the back of the iron. Kochwar up high for the rebound. And on the floor battling with Spady. We get a jump ball, and Scottsbluff owns the possession arrow. They'll get it back. 5:40 to go in the game. Cats lead by 25. Boys action to follow. Anna Kelly to Fox. Avery Fox off the mark from deep. Rebounding the miss is Wilkinson. Here comes Shauna Wilkinson. Bounce pass into the hands of Tori Hahn. And now Fox battling Kochwar for the loose ball. Peyton Doucette back in for McCook. And Joy Rippon back onto the floor. 57-32. Scottsbluff with 5:18 to play. Doucette, 3-ball, left corner. Offensive rebound, Ainsley Taylor. Joy Rippon has it. Being defended by Shea Willits. Rippon to Wilkinson. Now right side, Doucette holds the ball high above her head. Now brings it back down. Triple threat position. It's on the floor. Makes the feed to Rippon. Now Taylor down to Kochwar. Turns to her left. Strong move for Sierra Kochwar. 8 points in the game. A little over 2 points above her season average. 4:40 to play in this fourth quarter. There's a live ball turnover. Wilkinson gets the steal. Good job to come to a complete stop. Defender slides on by. And Wilkinson up to 16 points. Anna Kelly takes the bounce pass and shuffled her feet. She walked with it. We've seen a lot of traveling violations whistled against Scottsbluff today. 20th turnover of the game. Sub-district start on Monday. Gehring here against Alliance at 6 o'clock. Obviously, we would expect Gehring to win that basketball game. And that would set up a Scottsbluff-Gehring sub-district decider on Tuesday night at 6. Cats inbound to Shea Willits. Willits, Kochwar, reaches around Quincy Johnson, knocks the ball away and forces a turnover. And again, I said we were going to see some pretty wild sequences here as we start to get more and more substitutions into the game late. Scottsbluff now up to 21 turnovers. That last foul called against Shea Willits. Inbounds pass to Tiara Matson, picks up her dribble, dumps it down low to Kochwar, got it, and a foul. Quincy Johnson called for her 4th personal, and Sierra Kochwar has 5 in the quarter. She's into double figures with 10. The 6-foot junior has shown some nice offensive ability on the catch. Misses the foul shot, rebounded by Avery Fox. The Scottsbluff softball star signed a few weeks ago to play at Northeastern Junior College in Sterling. She can pitch it, versatile in the field. She can swing it. Taryn Spady. Anna Kelly at 3. Falls a little bit short. Outlet pass from Doucette. And we're going to get a And now head coach Dave Bolish going to reinsert some of the starters, along with T.R. West coming in at the next dead ball. A whistle and a foul called against Tiara Matson, called for the personal. That is her 4th. Howard, right foot, and Tiara West now into the game. Out of the corner, Emma Foote on the dribble, looking for help. Finds Callie Wright, left side to Izzy. Now Jamison Howard, cut off, floats the pass. Now out of the left corner, it's Callie Wright. That 3, couldn't get it to go. Tiara West saves it and then throws it to Rippon. Scottsbluff grabs a loose ball. Tiara West in traffic. Comes to a stop with it down low. Emma Foote, pull-up jumper. Off the dribble drive, the stop and pop for Emma Foote. Double figures now for Foote with 10. Tori Hahn's 3. Good box out from Jamison Howard, and that cleared the way for Callie Wright to swoop in and grab the miss. 59-38. Triple from Howard. Board rolls off the iron. Shot would not drop for Izzy Wright. Out of bounds. It'll go to McCook with 2:10 to go in the game. Wilkinson, Dutton, And Ainsley Taylor back onto the floor now for McCook. Bison basketball into the front court. Left side with it, Wilkinson. Under 2 minutes to play in the ball game. Wilkinson, top of the key, Tori Hahn. West backed off momentarily, and Tori Hahn, the sophomore, knocks down her second triple of the game. 59-41. And that group of substitutes will get back to the scorer's table. West, she'll shoot the J. That's off the mark. Oh, board. Jamison Howard stick back from about 5 feet. A little long, rolls off, and it'll be Fox, Spady, Kelly, and Johnson coming back in now for Scottsbluff. And now a timeout taken by Dave Bolish. 1:18 to go in regulation. We'll step away. Cats lead it by 18 right now on the West Coast scoreboard.
Hydrozen. Unplug and recharge. What is Hydrozen? It's total body relaxation. It's total body recharge. It's floating weightless on water. Floating your aches, pains, stresses, and worries away. Hydrozen is a revolutionary new therapy using Epsom salt saturated water as a way to relax and rejuvenate your body. And it's now available in Scottsbluff. It is for most ages and has many benefits to the mind and body. Visit hydrozenfloat.com or call us at 308-63-FLOAT.
Welcome to the Snow Show, boys and girls. Today we'll be learning about safe snow tips. Yay! Tip number 1. When scooping the sidewalk, always deposit the snow on your lawn and gardens. Not only is it environmentally safe, it keeps our streets and gutters clear. Tip number 2. Where there's ice on the ground, use salt only as a last resort. Use no-salt de-icers, which are less harmful to plants, animals, and your concrete. Be safe around snow and ice. Show is brought to you today by Tri-State.
Nearing the final minute of regulation here at Scottsbluff High School. McCook basketball out of the timeout. Wilkinson, a behind-the-back dribble. Pull-up jump shot, too strong off the square. Would not go. Loose ball into the hands of Tierra West. Now Anna Kelly has it. Kelly dribbling on the perimeter. Nearing 30 seconds to go in this one. Cats inbound. Spady gives it to Fox. Right side with it, West. Kelly hanging out in the right corner. 22 seconds to go. Anna Kelly gets it back. Slick dribbling out high. Kelly, the state champ in girls golf in the fall, Class B, right out here at Monument Shadows in Gehring, winning in a playoff over Maddie Schlaffer of Gehring. I believe it was the second playoff hole. 11 seconds to go. Under 5 to go. West will hold it. And the final couple of ticks come off the clock. And our final, first of our Scottsbluff McCook doubleheader here, goes to the Scottsbluff girls, 59-41. Our final score as Scottsbluff rolls to the 18-point victory. Before we get the clock started to count down till tip-off for the boys' game, we'll have some introductions. I'm not sure if it was some sort of senior day introductions or not, but I know we've got some introductions to go before we officially start the 20-minute between game clock countdown. Step away right now and come back with more right after this on the Rural Radio Network.
Orthopedics is key to managing and treating bone and joint pain, which most of us experience in our lifetime. Morrill County Community Hospital and their clinics are here to help. Mikhail Taylor, MD, is now welcoming new patients from hand surgery, sports medicine, and fractures and injuries. Mikhail Taylor is specialized in upper and lower extremities, and with her expertise, you're assured the highest quality health care service possible. Our dedicated team is committed to you and our community every time. At Morrill County Community Hospital, Bridgeport, Nebraska. Exceptional care right here at home.
The Verizon family is full of frowns because they're spending too much for their unlimited data and phones, while the Viero family is all smiles because they're getting 4 lines of unlimited data with 2 free Apple iPhone SE for mom and dad and 2 free LG K31 smartphones for the kids, all for just $100 a month. They're saving so much, they're able to get Fido. Find out how you can too at Viero.com or your nearest Viero store. Viero Wireless, keeping you connected.
Find out what convenient really means at the Western Travel Terminal. Start with our great selection of food and drinks, from for real milkshakes and fresh brewed coffee to snacks and hot food. Next, check out our beer and spirits with their everyday low prices. Finally, let us work for you with our full-service gas station and automatic truck and car wash. All this can be found at 822 South Beltline in Scottsbluff. Western Travel Terminal, your convenient shopping, restaurant, and full-service gas leader.
Fly United Airlines, operated by SkyWest with Western Nebraska Regional Airport. United is dedicated to going the extra mile for you with daily flights to and from Denver, along with a commitment to excellent service. Reserve your flight today, and remember, United miles can be earned and redeemed with your flights. While at the airport, stop and enjoy authentic Italian food at Roma Italian Restaurant. Plus, Hertz Thrifty Car Rental is there for your car rental needs. Make life easier, relax, and get on board with Western Nebraska Regional Airport.
High school basketball coverage on the Rural Radio Network, multiple platforms, TV and radio for this one, plus our friends in the McCook area tuning in on the Zone 93.9. Glad to have everybody on board. We're between games here for Scottsbluff and McCook. Girls action just finished up. Lady Bearcats defeat the Bison 59-41 is the final. Scottsbluff girls are now 16-6 so far this year. They entered the weekend 5th in Class B power points, and they will host the 2-game, 3-team, 2-day sub-district here starting on Monday night. Let's get to a look at some of the post-game stats right now, brought to you by Paul Reed Construction and Supply. Those fine folks have been in business for over 35 years. Headquartered in Gering, they provide an array of services ranging from commercial and industrial building construction to heavy highway earthwork and installation of underground utilities. And they've also got the rock pile division service and equipment. We're talking about Paul Reed Construction and Supply. Let's start with McCook. Leading the way in the score column was Shauna Wilkinson, their leading scorer on the season at 11.5. She finished with 16 points. One other player in double figures, that'd be Sierra Kachwar. She totals 10 this afternoon. 6 points on a pair of threes from sophomore Tori Hahn. Ainsley Taylor finishes with 5 points, a 2-point field goal, and a triple in the third quarter. And then 2 points apiece for Joy Rippon and Peyton Doucette. Not a lot of free throw attempts in this one for McCook. They were 2 for 3 in the first half. Went 1 for 2 in the second. Or check that in the third quarter. Put them at 3 for 5, 3 for 7, 4 for 9 at the foul line in this game for McCook. And turnover-wise, I'm not sure if I'd say give or take 3 on this number. I've got McCook down for 23 in the ball game. Same can be said for Scottsbluff as far as that turnover statistic is concerned. A little rough on the tally, I think, as we got a little bit late. Action got a little ragged and had some quick change of possessions. I've got Scottsbluff down for 23 turnovers in the game. We'll get to their scoring totals. We'll add those up here in just a moment as we step away once again between games. We're on the Rural Radio Network, back right after this.
At 21st Century Equipment, we're proud to introduce the new Build Your Own tool. Build the John Deere you've been wanting and see how affordable it really is. Visit 21stcenturyequipment.net to build your own compact utility tractor, mower, or gator. It's easy to add implements, attachments, and view financing options. Build the exact tractor for your needs at a price you can afford, all from the comfort and safety of home, with the new Build Your Own tool at 21stcenturyequipment.net.
Who is Hydrotex? Hydrotex manufactures and distributes over 300 different high-performance lubricants, including fuel conditioners, hydraulic and transmission fluid, and more. We've been helping customers improve their operations for more than 80 years with products made in the USA. We sell directly to customers and can even deliver right to your door to offer excellent service and value. Our products are made to exceedingly extend drain and grease intervals to reduce maintenance and labor costs to improve the budget. Whether you're in a factory, farm fleet, or like to go fast, Hydrotex is here to help. Visit your local Hydrotex dealer in person or online today.
Now time for senior recognition night as the McCook boys are getting a little antsy to get out onto the game floor to get their warm-ups underway. Scottsbluff boys are back in their locker room. Let's check things with the Scottsbluff girls here as far as the scoring recap is concerned. Again, brought to you by Paul Reed Construction and Supply. They got the Rockpile Division service and equipment as well. Leading the way in scoring was Mariah Avila. She tallied 13 points. Emma Foote hit double figures. She scored 10. 8 in the game for sophomore Sabrina Harsh. She came off the bench in this one. Jamison Howard had 8. 7 points for the freshman Paige Horn. 5 points for Callie Wright. 2 points apiece for Avery Fox and Quincy Johnson. Peyton Berta scored 2. And also with 2 points in this game was Izzy Wright. Izzy and Callie being recognized with some award presentations out here on senior night. The sisters will wrap up basketball here in the next few weeks for their career. Then they'll get to the pitch for their senior season in soccer, and they'll continue those soccer careers together at WNCC next year. And Addie Wright now being recognized as well for her dedication to the program. She's had a lot of injuries over her time trying to play on the basketball team with the program, and she gets recognized, and deservedly so. Dave Bolish takes pride in making sure really everybody feels an equal part of this girls program. There's no doubt about that. Emma Foote now being recognized. A hug from the head coach and the assistant coach, Hattie Burford. They'll get the parents out here now too as well. Get them recognized. The Wrights and the Foots walking out. Between games, final score 59-41 here in our girls contest. We'll take a 2-minute timeout right now for our friends back in McCook. 2 minutes on the way. We're back right after this on the Rural Radio Network.
Welcome to Kelly's, home of the Valley's best selection of wine, spirits, and beer. Whether you're brand loyal to the tried and true brew or really enjoy trying something different and new, Kelly's has something for everyone. Family owned and operated and right on your way on West 27th Street in Scottsbluff. Kelly's Liquor. If you can't find it at Kelly's, it's not worth drinking.
What's the best part of having better internet service? Ridiculously fast access to all of the ridiculous internet. Settle for more with Allo, the faster, more reliable internet experience that's built for the way you use all your devices. AlloFiber.com/switch today. Allo, settle for more.
New season and new fashion is in at Compliments for you and your home. Check out what's new from Tribal and Charlie B. From light layers for warm days and cool nights to reversibles that are a must-have for the season. Compliments has the style for you. With great looks come great deals. Compliments always has weekly deals to bring more style into your life. Get ahead of the trends and get the new shapes, shades, and colors this season at Compliments for you and your home. 1708 Broadway, downtown Scottsbluff.
What about our Taco John's Player of the Game recognition right now for the Scottsbluff girls? Player of the Game honors we're going to go with the freshman Paige Horn. Could have gone a bunch of different directions. Plenty of players scored. Emma Foote stands out. She was pretty solid with 10. Of course, Avila led the team in scoring with 13. But for today, Paige Horn, the freshman, scored 7 and looked very aggressive and confident on the offensive end. The minutes have been fairly steady at times throughout this first year at the varsity level for Paige Horn. And even catching on the perimeter and feeling confident and comfortable enough to put the ball on the floor, get it towards the rim, take some shots, pull up if there's nothing there, find a teammate. So Paige Horn looking confident. They're going to need her as we get down the stretch here this high school basketball season against more elite-type competition in a district final. Shoot, even next week again in a game against Gering, possibly on Tuesday night, where they've got Nikki Todd and Carly Pazenka in the post. Paige Horn's presence will be needed for Scottsbluff. Paige Horn, your Taco John's Player of the Game. Make Taco John's a game day tradition. Unwrap the original before or after every game. Taco John's of Scottsbluff and Gering. Had the somewhat lengthy delay between games, so we'll step away once again. We'll get a 60-second break in for our folks back at the zone 93.9, and then we'll come back and officially start our Runs the Post-Game show. We'll look ahead to next week with some of those sub-district tournaments getting underway for girls hoops on Monday. 60 seconds right now on the Rural Radio Network.
Are you looking for the perfect place to hold a wedding, family reunion, holiday office party, or business meeting? Well, look no further. The Hampton Inn and Suites Hotel and Conference Center is just the place for you. We're a full-service banquet facility that can host up to 400 of your guests. Stop in and see our spacious open-concept meeting rooms and begin planning your special event or family gathering today. Let us do the work for you so you can enjoy your guests. For personal service, stop by the Hampton Inn and Suites front desk.
When you call Gearing Valley Plumbing and Heating, you will have options. Repair it, rebuild it, or update it. Whether your furnace stops working or your bathtub won't drain, Gearing Valley Plumbing and Heating provides the services you need to be comfortable. Weekends, holidays, or late nights, we will be there. With over 30 years of service, our certified technicians and cutting-edge technology can keep your systems running at their peak efficiency. Gearing Valley Plumbing and Heating, every time we enter your home, we leave it a better place to live.
Glad to have you along. KDB.TV, Allo Channel 15, Mobius Channel 1500. That'll check the TV boxes. We've got radio on 106.9 The Trail. The Zone 93.9 for our McCook listeners. And we're streaming online for anybody that wants to tune in at KHYYFM.com. Final from the girls' game, 59-41. Mariah Avila scored 13 to lead Scottsbluff. 10 points for Emma Foote. Sabrina Harsh had 8. Howard had 8. We went with Paige Horn for our Taco John's Player of the Game, the 5'10 freshman, looking composed, confident, and part of this heavy rotation right now moving forward for Scottsbluff girls head coach Dave Bolish. Quickly on the recap side for the Lady Bison, 16, led in scoring Shauna Wilkinson. One other player in double figures, Sierra Kochwar, the 6-foot junior post player, finished with 10 points in the loss. Again, the final 59-41. Well, looking ahead to next week, we'll get girls postseason basketball started across the state. Here in the region in the Panhandle, we got plenty of sub-districts we'll be either covering or keeping an eye on, and then covering teams in district finals also. We'll start at the top with that B8 sub-district. Here's what you can expect early next week, and we'll have all 3 games, or check that, all 2 games. 3 teams, 2 games, 2 nights. That'll be right here at Scottsbluff High. Alliance, the 3 seed. They'll play Gering at 6 o'clock on Monday night. We'll have TV and radio starting at 5:45. Radio on the trail. Winner moves on to play Scottsbluff here on Tuesday night. Also a 6 o'clock start with pregame TV, radio on the trail at 5:45. Jeff Kelly on the Monday game. I'll be in here for the Tuesday night championship game. The C112 sub-district, Sydney the top seed, they'll be hosting. Sydney will take on Ogallala on Tuesday night. Mitchell will play Shadron in the other game on Tuesday. Sydney with the early game against Ogallala at 5. Mitchell, Shadron. That's a real nice sub-district for girls prep basketball. And the championship game will be Thursday at 6 o'clock. Cabela's Athletic Facility at Sydney High. We drop down to C2, the C2-12 sub. No surprise here. Bridgeport, of course, the top seed. They'll host. They'll get a bye. That'll start on Monday with the 4-5 play-in game. Baird and Hemmingford will tip off at 5. Winter plays Bridgeport on Tuesday at 5 o'clock. The 6:30 game on Tuesday night will be third-seeded Morrill and Gordon Rushville. And then the title game after a night off Wednesday, the sub-district championship game on Thursday night. And again, that tournament being hosted by Bridgeport. Big Springs gets the D112 sub. Top seed South Platte hosting Minutair on Tuesday night. The 2-3 game, North Platte, St. Pat's, and Kimball. They'll play at 6:30 in the championship game for that sub-district then on Thursday night as well at 5. The D212, that'll be Sioux County. The top seed, they'll play this thing at Hay Springs. Sioux County and Hay Springs at 5. Crawford in the 7 o'clock game against Cody Kilgore. Crawford the 3, Cody Kilgore is the 2. And then at 5 o'clock for the title on Thursday. Couple more to go here. Creek Valley and Chapel, they're hosting the D211 late in the top seed. They'll play Creek Valley Tuesday. Potter Dix will take on Garden County in the other semifinal game. Championship matchup on Thursday night. And then the D210 sub-district, that'll be at Mullen High. Mullen, the top seed, they'll get a bye into a Tuesday semifinal. They'll play either Paxton or Hyannis. That game on Monday night. The other semifinal Tuesday, Sandhills, Thedford, and Arthur County. And the winners play on Thursday. So that's a look at all the sub-district action around the region that'll start either Monday night or Tuesday night. The B sub-district will wrap up on Tuesday. All those other subs will finish up on Thursday night. About 12-plus minutes to go here before we get tip-off for our boys matchup, the back end of our doubleheader. We'll step away and come back after this 1-minute timeout on the Rural Radio Network.
At Elite Physical Therapy, we provide preventative and rehabilitative treatments that maximize function and promote well-being for patients of all ages. With 2 locations in Scottsbluff and Gering, we offer the convenience of you choosing your location with the same great services no matter where you go. Stop into one of our locations today, in Scottsbluff at 214 West 27th Street or in Gering at 10th and M Street, and see what Elite Physical Therapy can do for you. Treatment you need and care you deserve.
Fly United Airlines, operated by SkyWest with Western Nebraska Regional Airport. United is dedicated to going the extra mile for you with daily flights to and from Denver, along with a commitment to excellent service. Reserve your flight today, and remember, United miles can be earned and redeemed with your flights. While at the airport, stop and enjoy authentic Italian food at Roma Italian Restaurant. Plus, Hertz Thrifty Car Rental is there for your car rental needs. Make life easier, relax, and get on board with Western Nebraska Regional Airport.
We continue on our Runza post-game show between girls and boys action here at Scottsbluff. Runza doesn't like to think of themselves as just another restaurant in town. They like to think of themselves as part of the community. Runza with locations in Scottsbluff, Gehring, and one up at Chadron. Boys teams are out on the floor. Scottsbluff picked up a win last night at home, led by 16 at halftime against North Platte, wound up with an 8-point win. And over at Gehring, McCook trailed at halftime, and they rallied with the comeback in the second half, and that final was 52-46. They are 3-2 over their last 5 games. They entered the weekend sitting at 19th in power points. We're getting a little bit closer to our boys game. What we'll do right now is we'll take a 2-minute break, and then when we come back, we'll hear from Scottsbluff boys head basketball coach Scott Golian. 2 minutes right now on the Rural Radio Network.
Hydrozen. Unplug and recharge. What is Hydrozen? It's total body relaxation. It's total body recharge. It's floating weightless on water. Floating your aches, pains, stresses, and worries away. Hydrozen is a revolutionary new therapy using Epsom salt saturated water as a way to relax and rejuvenate your body. And it's now available in Scottsbluff. It is for most ages and has many benefits to the mind and body. Visit hydrozenfloat.com or call us at 308-63-FLOAT.
Hey, I've been hanging out here a long time outside of Panhandle Auto Group, and boy, do they have a great selection of vehicles.
And their sales team is great to work with, and you can also get your vehicle serviced and detailed too.
Welcome to Panhandle Auto. This is Sam Serta, General Sales Manager. It has been our pleasure to serve you for the past 2 years. At Panhandle Auto, we have a seat for everybody. Whether you need a vehicle for yourself, a son, or daughter, our team will go above and beyond to satisfy your needs and even your dreams. So again, thank you from Sam Serta, General Sales Manager at Panhandle Auto, for allowing us to earn your business. At Panhandle Auto,
it's time for something different.
This chair is way too big. It's perfect for us. This one's tiny. That's 'cause it's mine. Hey, this chair is just right. This bed is way too hard. It's perfect for me. This bed is way too soft. Just what I needed. This bed is just right. So come on over to Leaf Heads.
We're joined now by a victorious Scottsbluff head coach, Scott Golian. Coach, look, a win's a win. I think I know you'd rather have put that thing away probably earlier than you did. The turnovers in the second half, again, it was kind of ugly with those turnovers, Coach.
Yeah, even in the first half we had a couple. It felt worse than maybe it was, but
I had you for 19 unofficially.
Well, our thing says 16. You're probably closer because we get off a little bit, but we turned it over too much. Had some silly turnovers in that first half too, where we could have maybe even got some more baskets. But then the second half, third quarter was not good with turnovers, and then down the stretch we were not good with taking care of the basketball. I kind of had a chance to step on their throat a little bit and just kind of kept letting them hang around, and then I don't know if we got 6 points. That was about as close as it got, I think. But
yeah, 6.
Not enough to feel comfortable until the end, for sure.
And they're the type of team that they got a couple kids that can get hot from behind the arc, as we saw from last year, and you let them hang around, one or two of those deep ones go in, you're looking at a real tight thing down the stretch.
Yeah, they made a couple shots there late, and makes it feel a lot tighter for sure. But I thought eventually we did a better job just handling the ball. We got to make more free throws, though. I mean, we missed way too many. Overall, and kind of down the stretch, it felt like, just make one more out of the two or whatever it might be, and you feel a little more comfortable.
Even kids that you expect to step to the line and knock them down, they weren't doing it.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the way one of those games goes. I thought we played really good in the first half. Second half was just a little bit different story. They beat us and pretty much handled us in the second half.
That 2-3 zone in the first half really had them out of sorts.
Yeah, I thought we did a really good job in the first half. We were rebounding the basketball. That was the biggest thing. In the second half, we didn't rebound the ball as well, and they took advantage of that. But, yeah, I like the way our guys are flying around, run into some teams that shoot the ball well. You might have to adjust a little bit, but there's adjustments to be made for it to get those guys off the three-point line. But I really like the way our guys are competing in it.
Yeah, look, big picture, coming into the year, we knew, lost a ton of talent. The amount of talent you've had here in your tenure has just been through the roof insane. This has got to be one of your better coaching jobs right now, for being honest about things. You've got this team now 3 games over 500. They've won 5 straight now. And after looking like, not a great varsity basketball team early in the season, you've got them believing, and they're playing with a great deal of confidence compared to what they were doing earlier in the year.
Yeah, well, I appreciate you saying that, Chris, but sometimes I think I'm my harshest critic. So at times this year I didn't feel like I did a very good job. Just trying to do the best I can for these kids. They're starting to believe. They are believing. They're playing with more confidence. They've gotten better. They've come to practice, and they have worked their tails off. And they always show up, positive attitude no matter what has happened. So it's just a credit to our kids of making sure they're in the gym and they're learning and they're getting after it.
Even at one point, just like a individual moment, Hari could have put up a 3, and I know he got called for the charge, but he put it on the deck, went aggressive to the basket. That puts it on film. Future opponents now are going to say, okay, this kid's going to go to the hole. We got to defend both the jump shot and off the dribble. Kellen's really coming into his own. I had him for 20 to lead all scorers tonight. Trevor's blossoming a little bit now that he's been in the starting lineup. James Bruner hit a 3.
Yep, James hit a 3.
And then he shot another.
I think that's the first of the year.
It is.
But, yeah, good for James. I'm happy for him. Playing at home, hit a 3, always pretty awesome, especially when you're not really considered a three-point shooter.
This team came off a win at Hastings. So, I know it wasn't the prettiest game overall. I'm sure Coach Kaminsky would say the same. But to get a win over a Class A opponent this time of year, that's all good.
Yeah, Coach Kaminsky does such a great job with his kids, and they always compete. And, there's been years where they've come in without winning very many games. And, a lot of times you see a team like that and might have packed it in, and his teams never do. His teams are always competing, and they're always, pretty disciplined and solid. So to be able to, I thought we were fairly even with them, and I thought it could go either way. And for our guys to make enough plays, good thing we probably had a 16-point lead at half, but for our guys to come out of here with a win is tremendous this time of year.
Get you out of here on this one. How about a quick scouting report and the key for tomorrow is you take on McCook?
Well, they like to get up and down. They like the three-point shot. That's going to be one thing that we're going to have to take away, and so that's going to have to be, I hope we can do it with some of our zone, but it might have to be a little more man-to-man to make sure that they don't. Because when they really get going, it's because they're hitting threes and they're getting good shots off. And so they're going to compete. They're going to get in here. I don't know what happened tonight.
They were down 4 over at Gehring.
So, it's this trip can kind of be tough, but we know we're going to get their best effort tomorrow, and we got to be prepared.
Sounds good. Appreciate it, Coach. Scott Golian, head man for the Bearcats, now 11-8 after a 62-54 home win against North Platte.
I was completely addicted. I had to leave school, stop playing sports in college, and I
earlier as the Lady Bearcats rolled past McCook. That final was 59-41. We'll get the national anthem here shortly, and then the introduction of starting lineups for our boys matchup. Joe Imus, the head coach for McCook. Their record is 10-11. They entered the weekend sitting at 19th in Class B power points. A winner last night at Gering, 52-46. 3 wins against 2 losses in their last 5 games. For Scottsbluff, 8-point home win last night against North Platte. Entered the weekend at number 9 in Class B power points and easily playing their best basketball of the season, having won 5 straight games under the direction of head coach Scott Golian. Their record now overall so far this season at 10-8. Just about ready for the playing of the national anthem. We'll step away for a 60-second break, and when we come back, we'll introduce the starters for both these teams ahead of tip-off with McCook and Scottsbluff boys action not too far out. We're back right after this on the Rural Radio Network.
At Elite Physical Therapy, we provide preventative and rehabilitative treatments that maximize function and promote well-being for patients of all ages. With 2 locations in Scottsbluff and Gering, we offer the convenience of you choosing your location with the same great services no matter where you go. Stop into one of our locations today, in Scottsbluff at 214 West 27th Street or in Gering at 10th and M Street, and see what Elite Physical Therapy can do for you. Treatment you need and care you deserve.
This chair is way too big. It's perfect for us. This one's tiny. That's 'cause it's mine. Hey, this chair is just right. This bed is way too hard. It's perfect for me. This bed is way too soft. Just what I needed. This bed is just right. So come on over to Leeds Heads.
Snowing pretty good outside right now here in Scottsbluff, but we've got high school boys basketball action getting ready to go here indoors with McCook and the Bearcats. Let's first meet the starters for the McCook Bison. Joe Imus, the head coach. Ty Stevens had 9 points last night. He's a 6'2 senior, 9 in their win over at Gering. Mark Arp scored 27 last night, that comeback win. He's a 5'11 senior. Cole Capel, a big, strapping 6'4 junior. Evan Humphrey, a 6'4 sophomore, gets the start. Rounding out the starting 5 is Josh Hegwood, a 6'1 junior. Adam Duggar came off the bench last night and scored 8. We'll look for him early. Now for the Bearcats, Tyler Hari, a 6'4 junior. Scored 13 last night, averages 13 on the season. Kellen Harris really coming on as this year has moved along. He scored 20 in last night's win. Trevor Schwartz, a 6'3 junior. He's played really well since getting into the starting lineup. James Bruner hit his first 3 of the year last night. He's a 6'4 senior and a pretty familiar starting 5. They rounded out with Tate Talkington, a 6'1 sophomore, always steady, averages 7. He had 8 points last night. Just about ready for our opening tip, brought to you by Papa Murphy's Pizza, right here in Scottsbluff, 2801 Avenue B, where it's always love at 425 degrees. Cats in the home whites, Bison on the road in the traveling reds. For our boys, matchup here at Scottsbluff. Kellen Harris on the drive. Got deep, left it for James Bruner. James goes up and gets the home rim roll. Shooter's touch there, and a 2-0 start for the Bearcats. Left side with the basketball is Hegwood. Arp now right side. That was Evan Humphrey with it for a moment. They go high post to Capel. Nearly lost it. Saving it inbounds was Ty Stevens, but that'll be a turnover. Committed by McCook, and a long jumper clangs off the iron and sails out of bounds. McCook basketball. Arp right side had 27 last night. Ball tipped, stolen away by Kellen Harris, the lefty on the push. Kellen, good body lean, floating middle, hung the ball out with his left arm, kept it in that spot, and he couldn't get it to go off the square, but just an athletic release, really, on that shot. He can do it from a lot of different angles, both with the shot and the body. Ty Stevens with a tough hoop for McCook. They're on the board. We're tied at 2. Bruner, left side, Talkington. They'll dump it down low to Hari. Posting up. They're a little bit inverted right now with Bruner and Schwartz on the perimeter. Now they'll move Hari to the outside. He attacks the baseline, a pull-up J. And Tyler Hari's got that pretty jumper. And he knocks it down. The 6'4 junior on the board with his first field goal. Cole Capel, slick pass underneath. Stevens off the square, too strong. Ball tipped around, grabbed by Tate Talkington. Here's Kellen Harris. The sophomore point. Picks up his dribble up top, Hari. Tyler. Gets squared to the rim, gets it to Schwartz. Trevor will give it back to Hari. You got to look. Got to get a hand up quicker than that, or Tyler Hari's got a good shot to knock it down. 31% three-point shooter on the season. He's got 5 quick points, and it is 7-2. Isaiah Mendoza will come into the game for Scottsbluff at the next dead ball. Cole Capel's jumper sails off the side of the backboard. Here comes Scottsbluff quickly into the front court. Tate Talkington hesitated for just a moment, missed the triple. Offensive rebound, though, grabbed by James Bruner. Kellen Harris kicks it down low. Schwartz bodying up, and we're going to get an offensive foul called on Trevor Schwartz. First personal, first team foul. Cats lead by 5. Cole Capel to the bench. Adam Duggar, a 6-foot sophomore, comes into the game for the first time. Mentioned he had 8 last night. Arp really led the way with 27 in the comeback win at Gehring. Arp's got it. Scottsbluff in that 2-3 zone. You heard Scott Golian say they might have to play a little more man tonight, depending on how McCook's shooting it from the outside. When they're playing their best, they're going to knock down some triples. Arp from deep. Schwartz grabs the miss underneath for Scottsbluff. Mendoza brings it across quickly. Isaiah comes off the bench and averages just under double figures. Nice to have that 6th man to provide some offense when you go to the bench. Jackson Ostick, the 7th member of that 7-man rotation, going to come back into the game here as we get a dead ball. Schwartz. Trevor close to, he's got the eye of the official on him pretty heavily as he walks back to the defensive end. 7-2 the lead for the Bearcats. Mark Arp There's Duggar. He'll pick up his dribble. That zone moving quickly. Capel dumps it underneath. Ball's loose. Second turnover committed by McCook. Talkington to Bruner. Bruner couldn't find a clean look at the rim to get a shot away. Hari feeling it early. Can't knock it down. Had a defender with a hand up. Missed the tray. He's got 5. It's still 7-2. Duggar. Bounce pass down low to Ty Stevens. And a blocking foul called. I think this will go against James Bruner. We'll see. First foul on Bruner. Second team foul against Scottsbluff. 3:57 to go in the first quarter. It's 7-2 Bearcats. Inbounds pass comes to Duggar. Missed that by about a foot and a half. Right under the basket to grab the miss. He missed it bad enough that it went right into the hands of Ty Stevens. And Stevens draws some contact. Second foul on Bruner. And Ty Stevens will step to the line. That breather for Trevor Schwartz was short as he'll come in for Bruner. Humphrey back in. Sitting is Duggar for the Bison. Capel came out earlier. He's back on the floor. Stevens misses both. And Hari up with the board. Nobody checks Mendoza. He'll pull up for 3 in transition. Can't get it to go. Capel the defensive rebound for McCook. They rushing up the right side of the floor. Hegwood gives it to Arp. That zone's going to move out a little bit further on the floor when Arp's at the point up top working against that zone. Missed shot from Capel, falling away out of bounds from about 7-8 feet out. Jackson Ostick handles the basketball for Scottsbluff. Picks it up. Arp defending. Of course, Arp, their quarterback, had one of the longest quarterback running scrambles you will see this past fall when these two teams got together on the gridiron. Schwartz will put up the triple. That's off the iron. Rebounding from McCook is Capel. Arp's got it. Arp to Hegwood. Back to Mark Arp. Left side, Humphrey. High post area against the zone. They get the basketball to Capel. Arp, wide open 3. Would not go. Tipped, last touch by Ty Stevens. Out of bounds. It'll stay with Scottsbluff. The McCook bench barking at Evan Humphrey to shoot that basketball when he catches, and he's open like that. 2:37 to play in the first quarter. 7-2. We've hit an offensive drought for both these teams. I guess McCook's been in a prolonged drought here in this opening stanza. Hegwood inbounds. Humphrey heating his coaching staff's advice. Launches the 3, it won't go. Scottsbluff quickly back on the offensive end. Open 3 ball, halfway down. How'd that thing come out on Isaiah Mendoza? The rebound to Stevens. Here comes Hegwood into the hands of Arp. Hegwood, one more extra pass to the corner. Humphrey again, another missed 3. Talkington the rebound. Isaiah Mendoza has it for the Bearcats. He dribbles middle, now inside the 3-point line. Pull up, and he pushed off with the off arm. Offensive foul called against Isaiah Mendoza. Fourth team foul, first personal. Isaiah Stoddard, a 6'1 senior, checks into the game now for the Bison. Under 2 minutes to go. They lob it into the corner, and Humphrey can't knock down the tray. And Stoddard picks up a foul, pushing down under the basket. Pass underneath, it goes to Tate Talkington. And Talkington's on the board. He's got his first 2 points. Cats lead 9-2. Hegwood Now Arp, high post to Capel. That's where you got to get the basketball against this 2-3 zone. Ball loose on the floor, and we're going to get a jump ball. Possession arrow will give it to Scottsbluff. Third turnover committed by McCook. 1:23 to go in the first quarter, 9-2 lead for the Bearcats, trying to win their 6th straight. And pick up their 12th win of the year. Kellen Harris from deep. Second tray of the quarter for Scottsbluff. Hari got the first. Kellen Harris knocks down the second. Capel in the middle. Talkington steps in front of Stoddard down low and comes up with the steal. Harris to Mendoza. Isaiah to Tate Talkington. Kellen Harris, they wanted him underneath. There's a turnover thrown away in traffic. Good play by a McCook defender to whip his head around. Capel elbow jumper left. Too strong. Rebounded by Talkington. He'll get it to Jackson Ostick. Scottsbluff always likes to play for the final shot with around 30 seconds to go in a quarter or half. And Harris holds. He's got Hegwood defending. Kellen Harris to Ostick, right back to Kellen. Gets rid of it to Mendoza. Side screen and roll action. Running through, now right side, it's Harris. He'll hoist. Second tray. He has not touched the rim on either of those three-point baskets. And Kellen Harris, there's a long heave from midcourt. That goes off the backboard right side. Scottsbluff rolling. After the opening 8 minutes, they lead it 15-2 on the West Coast scoreboard.
Many people count on space heaters and electric blankets to help stay warm in the winter. Here are a few safety tips. Space heaters need space all around them. Only buy space heaters that are tested and labeled by a national recognized facility. Before using a space heater or electric blanket, inspect the cord for cracks or warm spots. Finally, turn off electric blankets when not in use. Space heaters and electric blankets can provide needed comfort or can be deadly if not used with care. So use caution this winter season. This message is brought to you by Chimney Rock Public Power District, your touchstone energy partner, the power of human connections.
15-2, Scottsbluff leading McCook as we get set for the start of the second quarter here at Scottsbluff High School. Kellen Harris scored 6. Tyler Hari had 5 in the opening 8 minutes for Scottsbluff. A cold period, cold shooting as well for McCook in that opening stanza. A lot of three-point attempts, just could not find the bottom of the net. Capel on the catch. Man, this kid is athletic. Cole Capel, a burst, the catch. He exploded to the rim and lays it off the square. Cole Capel. Kellen Harris looking for his third triple. Wouldn't go. Offensive rebound, James Bruner. Tate Talkington could not have been more wide open, and he buries a tray. It is 18-2, and a timeout taken quickly by Coach Imus for the Bison. This will be a 30-second stoppage in play. Coverage on the Rural Radio Network and the Zone 93.9. Ally Property Management and Real Estate. From real estate to rental properties to property management, Ally is your friend in real estate. Also, our friends over at Hydrotex, your lubrication solution partner. They're a member of the Holiday family of companies. Hydrotex is proud to support local athletes. 18-4 our score. Cats are off to a flying start so far in this one. They've hit 4 3 balls, 2 from Harris, 1 each from Hari and Talkington. 14-point lead. And after the Talkington triple, Coach Imus was a little disgusted with the effort, called the quick timeout. And now they'll try and regroup. They throw it into the high post. Capel again on the catch. One dribble and one long stride. He covered about 10 feet, got to the rim, but couldn't score the layup. Jackson Ostick, Hari. Capel contests. Hari leaves the three off the iron short. O-board, Kellen Harris skies one in the air. That comes up a little bit short. Clangs off the iron into the hands of a McCook rebounder. Arp to the high post to Capel. Capel got deep, worked against multiple defenders that time. Lost it into the hands of Tate Talkington, and he walked with it. Fifth turnover on the Bison, second committed by Scottsbluff. 6:59 to play in the first half. Hegwood will lob it in out near midcourt to Ty Stevens. Mark Arp, 27 last night, has been held scoreless so far this evening. Stevens down low. Talkington came for the block shot. We're going to get a whistle and a foul. It'll go on Tate Talkington. That'll be his first, team's fifth. And Adam Duggar will come in now for McCook as Stevens hits the foul shot. Josh Hegwood to the bench for the Bison. Stevens second on the way, got both. He's got 4 of the 6 for McCook. 6:44 to go in the first half. Talkington to Hari. He attacks along the baseline. Offensive board underneath. Second shot. Harris missed the initial putback, and then Schwartz right there. And Trevor Schwartz scores it for Scottsbluff. 20-6 with 6:25 to play in the half. Arp still scoreless. Duggar, 2-3 zone. Now they throw it cross court. Scoop pass underneath from Capel to Stevens. Ball loose on the floor. That'll be a McCook turnover. Kellen Harris, a little nifty one-hand pass to Jackson Ostick. Defender kind of went by him. Harris just kind of casually flipped it to a sprinting Jackson Ostick down the middle of the floor, and J.O. will step to the line to shoot 2. That foul goes on Cole Capel, his first. Ostick, a 48% free throw shooter. Can't get the first to drop. 6:11 to play in the first half. Ostick misses the second. Capel the rebound for McCook. Arp into the game for the first time is Luke Maris, a 5'11 senior. Ty Stevens down low. Stevens has 6 of the McCook points, 6 of the 8. Kellen Harris. Hari. Quick catch and shoot 3. Won't go. Kellen Harris, an offensive rebound. Harris is everywhere right now. Banking in that jump shot is Trevor Schwartz. He's got 4 points here in the quarter. Mendoza back on for Scottsbluff. Ostick will take a seat. Evan Humphrey to the bench for the Bison as Hegwood comes back on. Hegwood. Now Arp, they'll reverse it right side. In and out of the hands of Maris, almost a turnover. Capel catches at the foul line, turns, can't score, driving to the rim. Hari gets it to Kellen Harris. Kellen on the bounce with the left, inside the arc. Step back 3. Kellen Harris, it looked pretty. The shot wouldn't go, though. Man, he is going to be something by the time it's all said and done here for the Cats program. Trevor Schwartz missed that 3 badly. Long rebound comes off to Cole Capel, and a foul in the open floor goes against Tate Talkington.
Number 15, Tate Talkington, second personal foul, 16th foul. In for the Bison, Adam Duggar. And in for the Bearcats,
5:01 to play in the first half. We'll catch up with Scottsbluff girls head coach Dave Bolish at halftime. Arp again scoreless after putting up 27 last night. They move it right side. Capel on the catch at the high post. Bounce pass in and out of the hands of Ty Stevens.
in for the Bison, Isaiah Stoddard.
Isaiah Stoddard will come back in now. for the Bison. It's Kellen Harris handling. Left side, driving baseline, hanging in the air, leaning back towards the middle of the floor, scoring it off the square was Tyler Hari. He had 5 quick ones early. He's now got 7. Capel, shot blocked by Mendoza from behind. Here comes Kellen Harris. McCook back defensively with 4. Scottsbluff has inserted Caden Patton into the game. So 8 players have played in the half. Now Mendoza got deep and tried to throw it to Patton on the perimeter, and that ball sails out of bounds. 3rd turnover of the game for Scottsbluff. .412 to go. Duggar, skip pass, Stoddard underneath. Stoddard hangs, reverse layup. Rebounding is Hari for the Cats. Tyler to Kellen Harris. Kellen to Tyler. Hari flips a pass to Caden Patton. Patton picks up his dribble. Lefty delivery back out front to Hari. Off a screen, Patton. Patton on the drive. Took some contact, and Caden Patton will go to the line now for the Bearcats. Younger brother, one of my favorite Cats over the years, Gabe Patton. Played a year and change for this program. Then moved on early in his senior year to Cheyenne East. I remember that matchup after he left early in the year and went to East. And Cats went up and played at Story Gym against the Thunderbirds later that season. One or two at the line moments ago for Patton. 3-ball left side. Kellen Harris is got his 3rd tray of the night. He's cooking, and the lead is 28-8, up by 20. Skip pass to Hegwood. Now Arp. He's really finding no success against this 2-3 zone. Missed 3 from Duggar, right into the hands of Stoddard, who scores the layup. McCook has scored 8 in the quarter after just a 2-point opening stanza. 3 minutes to go here in the first half. Tyler Hari attacks the rim. It will not go. Rebounding McCook. It'll be Hegwood bringing it into the front court. Arp, high post pass goes to Capel. Capel had it poked away. That's Hari on the steal. Picking up the loose ball is Schwartz. Mendoza dribbles middle. Now Harris. Kellen's got that high arcing 3. Jab steps against the defender. Up top Mendoza. Isaiah nearly lost it with everybody on the McCook bench. Wanted a double dribble call, as did Duggar, who was defending against Mendoza. Schwartz forces it in traffic along the baseline. Missed everything. Here come the Bison down by 18. 2 minutes, 11 seconds to go in the half. Arp got a clean look. Still looking for that first field goal of the game. He's scoreless. Hari another rebound. Hari on the other end. That 3 short. Off the iron. Offensive rebound. Harris. One hand lefty pass into the corner. The assist to Kellen. He holds up the 3-ball sign, but it was his teammate, Isaiah Mendoza, burying it from long range. Stoddard catches along the baseline. Now Hegwood, the lead is 21. Skip pass right side. Now high post. They go high-low action with Capel giving it to Stoddard, and Isaiah Stoddard has all 4 of his points in the quarter. 31-12. The Cats are in complete control here. Late this Friday afternoon, Kellen Harris, another. His 4th tray of the half. That is a pretty J. Hegwood. Hari jumped at him. Left side Duggar. Outside Hegwood. Hari closes out. Now Capel on the catch. Late whistle, and the foul's going to go against Trevor Schwartz. Whistle came after the ball had caromed off the glass. Capel His shot looks a little rough from the floor. No surprise, the same at the foul line. 34-12, but man, he's got a lot of athleticism to his game. Pretty explosive when he catches at the high post. That free throw attempt looked much better as Capel hits 1 of 2. Kellen Harris has 12 first half points in the timeout taken by Scott Gullion and the Bearcats. 54.5 seconds to go in the half. Cats up big, 34-13 on the West Coast scoreboard. No matter what the groundhog says, you'll be mowing before you know it this spring. The best way to make sure you're ready for the first blades of grass is to take advantage of Sandberg Honda's Spring Tune-Up Special. From now until May 31st, schedule your lawnmower tune-up and receive free pickup and delivery in Scottsbluff and Gearing. As a bonus, schedule service by March 10th and save with the early bird special. Call Sandberg Honda at 436-2179 for details and to schedule your spring lawnmower tune-up today. Floyd's Truck Center, your commercial farm and feed truck center, representing Freightliner, Western Star, and Harsh. Floyd's Truck Center, South Beltline Highway East, right here in Scottsbluff. The Cats are up by 21 on their home floor against McCook, 34-13. Really playing good team basketball here, coming down the home stretch of the regular season. This team has rounded into a pretty fine unit for what their talent level will allow this year. Isaiah Mendoza attacks the rim, too strong off the backboard, rebounding Duggar. Into the hands of Arp. Top of the key, Duggar. Now left side, Evan Humphrey. Now it's Ty Stevens operating at the high post with Capel on the bench. Stoddard kicks it to Humphrey. Humphrey to Duggar. Duggar on the drive, wraparound pass stolen by James Bruner. Mendoza. 5 seconds on the clock in the first half. Mendoza launches off the iron right side as the buzzer sounds. 2 of 4 quarters are complete. We've reached halftime at Scottsbluff High. Our boys varsity action with the Cats leading McCook 34-13. We'll take a 2-minute break right now on the Rural Radio Network.
For more than 162 years, FNBO has been with you where you are. A bank committed to helping you earn more and save more, so you can do more, both big and small. It's what you can expect from the great big small bank.
When you call Gearing Valley Plumbing and Heating, you will have options. Repair it, rebuild it, or update it. Whether your furnace stops working or your bathtub won't drain, Gearing Valley Plumbing and Heating provides the services you need to be comfortable. Weekends, holidays, or late nights, we will be there. With over 30 years of service, our certified technicians and cutting-edge technology can keep your systems running at their peak efficiency. Gearing Valley Plumbing and Heating, every time we enter your home, we leave it a better place to live.
I've struggled with my weight since I was 13, but weight loss surgery changed my life. I've lost 120 pounds, 80 inches, and gained a whole new outlook on life.
Weight loss surgery may be the answer to your weight and health problems. Regional West offers the support of skilled surgeons and a dedicated bariatric team for your journey to a healthier you. Learn more about weight loss options at Regional West. It's time for a new you.
Hey y'all, Heather here with Platte Valley Vac & Sew. Platte Valley Vac & Sew has been a cornerstone in downtown Scottsbluff since 1977. Our family brings over 100 years combined experience in the vacuum and sewing machine industry. We stand behind all of our products with a warranty you can trust and service you can count on. Whether you decide to shop in-store or online at PlatteValleyVacandSew.com, our quality products and customer care shine through. You can buy online, sign up for classes, see a calendar of classes and events, view our newsletter, and stay up to date. Platte Valley Vac & Sew, downtown Scottsbluff, and online to serve you.
Time to visit with Scottsbluff girls and basketball coach Dave Bolish. Halftime of our boys game. It is 34-13 with the Cats in complete control, leading against the visiting McCook Bison. In the Scottsbluff girls game earlier, they get their 16th win of the campaign. Comfortable afternoon here at home, 59-41. We visit now with head coach Dave Bolish. And coach, while I say comfortable, a little ragged at times, probably too many turnovers for your liking, but at the end of the day, it's in the win column and you move on to the next.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't pretty, but it's done. We were able to take care of business there. We get the win, bounce back off of North Platte last night, and so the win's good for us. Playing the competition level that we saw last night, North Platte, the athleticism and the size helps us. Turnovers weren't great. I still feel like our rhythm and our flow offensively is hung up a little bit, but I thought it was better today. The 2-3 is a little bit weird for us. We have such good shooters that sometimes it's almost like you dare them to shoot, and then they're like, no, I don't want to. So we've always been a little bit better when you guard us, and I just was so proud of our kids. That's a big night for our program. When I first moved to town, ran a summer clinic, and Callie, Izzy, Jameson, and Foote were fourth graders. So we had 2 days of basketball and had a popsicle at the end, and that was kind of the start of that. And so it's just it's been 8 years with those kids, and I love them to death. They've done everything we've asked them to do. They're tough. They're loyal. They've been coachable. They've been with me through tons of stuff, and I've been with them, and there's an unbelievable bond there. And then you add in a Quincy, you add in an Avery, two great kids that just bring a lot of dynamics. As senior leadership, being unselfish, buying into practice, buying into a team. I think it's been really good. We have the junior out in Mariah Avila, but we have like 12, 13 kids out in the sophomore class. A lot of talent potential there. So the senior class has been huge. They've just led the way by example, been in the weight room, done all the right things. Almost all of them, I think, are on the National Honor Society list. They're out here getting recognized for winter royalty. Just unbelievable class 2021 is. Yeah,
you stole it. I was going to go there. I knew between games how important it is for you to get that moment with your players, because anytime I bring someone up individually, you'll talk about that kid, but then you make sure everybody else gets recognized as well. So you're a team guy, and you also had Addie right out there as well. And I know she's battled through a bunch and stuck with the program and been a key member. So to have your seniors out there, I know how special that is for you. Now, I'm going to have to get to an individual here too. Paige Horn, coach. I gave her player of the game honors. Could have gone a bunch of different ways in a blowout, but looking more confident. Playing with, her head up a little bit more as the season moves along, catching the ball on the perimeter today and not afraid to put it on the deck, get to the bucket, give it up on the way if some help defense arrived, and you're going to need that height as you move along with better competition.
Yeah, there was a moment out there where we had a lot of size on the floor, and they were all young. Between Sabrina and Paige and Peyton, that's a lot of length that we haven't had in a long time. And all those kids, we're challenging them. I thought tonight was a great opportunity for us because, Paige had to step out, play on a wing. Sabrina had to step out, play on a wing. Peyton, we've been having to put down in a block some with getting diamond in one and run her on the baseline. And so, those young kids are doing a great job. Paige, we're really pleased with. She's flourishing in JV right now. She's dominating there. She's stepping up. The older kids are trusting her. They want her out there. She's a worker. She's coming in. She's been putting in a little extra time at the foul line. And, if you give us a couple summers with her and, hold on, because her senior year is going to be unreal. So we're really fortunate to have her. Like I said, we're just in a really good position right now as a program where things are pretty established. There's a culture. Our staff is unbelievably strong. We got kids buying in and coming in and working. We got some ponies coming. It's exciting time right now.
Another thing that's coming is the postseason.
Right.
Hard to believe, with all the question marks coming into fall sports and then transitioning to winter. And when we moved to winter sports, things were not in a great spot, both nationally and especially in the state and here in the Panhandle. But here we are getting ready for sub-district basketball. You host 2 games, 3 teams, 2 nights, and pretty quickly we'll be to district finals. So things are happening, and it's time to buckle it up and get down to the brass tacks.
Yeah, absolutely. We are lucky we get a bye this year, so we'll get to study gearing again. We'll play them Tuesday night, and then right now I've got us somewhere between Northwest, Blair, Ashland, Greenwood, and Gearing. So a couple of really tough sub-districts. You get a couple upsets. Changes the dynamics of really the postseason. So right now we just want to free our kids of the pressure and expectation that they have, so that they can just be free and just play. And I think once we do that, you'll see us go back to playing our best basketball. And I think that's an exciting and a scary thing for us right now, is that our best is still yet to come. We just have to get out of our own way and let it happen. And I think that's scary for other teams, is that they've seen how we can play. They know what our potential is, and they know that we're right on the verge of breaking it over. So I'm excited about the next 5 days.
Looking forward to it. Dave Bolish, head coach for the Scottsbluff girls. Coach, congratulations on the win tonight, and we'll talk to you on Tuesday.
Thanks a lot, Chris.
Final score in that girls game earlier, 59-41. We're at halftime of our boys game, 34-13, with Scottsbluff in control. We'll step away for a 2-minute timeout and be back right after this on the Rural Radio Network.
Having windows and patio doors installed by Renewal by Andersen is literally a red carpet experience. We treat your home like it is ours. We focus on the details. Renewal by Andersen windows and patio doors fit right. They keep the outside out. Our 20-year warranties and great financing options are second to none. Our installers are very well-trained local experts at proper installation. Renewal by Andersen windows and patio doors, great products installed by great people. Contact us. Let's talk about your project.
Logos in Gearing is the place to get all of your school spirit gear, personalized gifts, and promotional items for your business and employees, and banners for any special event. Logos is also the only place to stop for custom screen printing or embroidery. You can even design it yourself on their interactive website. Stop into Logos today. They'll design it, print it, and have it to you in no time. There's no job too big or small for Logos. That's Logos.
We do 2 pictures just like we've done in the past, one straight down and one from the side, but it's better in the fact that they're going to get called back less, there's greater accuracy, and it's a lot easier to find it in dense breasts. A woman should start getting their mammos at age 40 every year, and 1 in 8 people get breast cancer, so it's the best way to find it is early detection.
Appreciate Scottsbluff girls coach Dave Bolish coming on up. Halftime of our boys contest. Recapping things from the girls game earlier. What about this boys matchup? 34-13. A quick scoring recap brought to you by Paul Reed Construction and Supply and the Rockpile Division Service and Equipment. For Scottsbluff, 7 have scored. Kellen Harris leading the way with 12. Tyler Hari has 7. 5 points for Tate Talkington, 4 for Trevor Schwartz, 3 for Isaiah Mendoza. James Bruner has a deuce, and 1 for Cade Patton. On the McCook side of the book, you've got Ty Stevens with 6, 4 for Isaiah Stoddard off the bench, and Cole Capel has the other 3. One more quick break. We'll be back in 1 minute. Get the second half underway right after this on the Rural Radio Network.
Are you looking for the perfect place to hold a wedding, family reunion, holiday office party, or business meeting? Well, look no further. The Hampton Inn and Suites Hotel and Conference Center is just the place for you. We're a full-service banquet facility that can host up to 400 of your guests. Stop in and see our spacious open-concept meeting rooms and begin planning your special event or family gathering today. Let us do the work for you so you can enjoy your guests. For personal service, stop by the Hampton Inn and Suites front desk.
At Platte Valley Bank, we believe it shouldn't cost you money to access your money. That's why we offer free ATMs anytime, anywhere. Whether you are across town or traveling abroad, There won't be an added expense to access the funds in your Platte Valley bank account. Free ATMs are just one of the great benefits of banking with us. Stop by to talk to one of our friendly associates to discuss what else Platte Valley Bank has to offer.
How about this? Just saw Jeff Kelly's Twitter account with the halftime score from Crosstown. The Gehring boys with a little bit of a statement, at least through the first two quarters, as they lead North Platte 46-37. That game right now on KNEB.TV, Allo Channel 190, and also on the air, KMOR 93.3. So an outstanding first half for Kyle Cotton's bunch. They put up 46 points. That guard play must be lighting things up for the Bulldogs. Crosstown, an impressive half of basketball. Same story here for Scottsbluff. And Kellen Harris has 12. He feeds James Bruner, kicks it to the corner, missing that opening possession three is Tate Talkington. McCook into the front court, right side Hegwood. Up top, now they reverse it left side. Humphrey along the baseline to Ty Stevens. Got deep. Capel took the feed. Two defenders move towards Stevens, and Capel able to score with relative ease from down low. Underneath, Trevor Schwartz can't get it off the square. He's shaking his head, heading back to the defensive end. Humphrey. Arp from the parking lot, and that one's short. Here comes Talkington. Scoop pass to Harris. Just lost the basketball on the way up. McCook, a little more crisp, moving the ball. Humphrey straight away for three. Evan Humphrey bangs home a triple. It's 34-17. 21-point lead, cut to 17. It'll stay that way. Offensive rebound. Trevor Schwartz off the Kellen Harris missed triple. Schwartz has it in the corner. Now it's Hari. Hari to Schwartz. Trevor gives it up to Bruner. Talkington out high. Right side now Hari. Back to Talkington. He'll put it on the deck. Drive to the rim. Stayed under control and got it off the square. Tate Talkington has 7. Balanced attack. Offensively, scoring-wise, for Scottsbluff, 36-17. Humphrey got one, got another. There's a triple for Evan Humphrey. The 6-foot sophomore has all 6 of his points here in the last 30 or 40 seconds. 36-20. Cats lead by 16. They led by 16 at half last night before a second half run. Blocking the shot, Tate Talkington on Ty Stevens on transition defense, getting back. In the corner, Bruner. He thought about it, and then he thought better of it. Talkington, there's James Spot, down low, whips a pass to the perimeter. Trevor Schwartz at 3, rolls off the iron. Soft touch, thought it might roll through, it didn't. Into the front court, Hegwood, 2-3 zone from the Cats. Evan Humphrey, that's off the iron. He was going for 3 straight. Trevor Schwartz rips the rebound away from a pair of McCook defenders. Bruner caught it, turned middle. Capel got up quickly and blocked James Bruner's shot. 36-20. Mark Arp is scoreless. Had 27 in the win last night. High post Capel. He looks to the weak side. He gets it right back in the middle. Up top, open look. Arp off the back of the iron. Who touched it last, I believe? They're going to say it looked like it was off Tyler Hari, but they give the basketball to Scottsbluff. Isaiah Stoddard will come on for Ty Stevens. .447. Joe Imus just simply asking the question, how is that not red ball? Looked like it was clearly off Tyler Hari. Cats catch a break, right side Bruner with it. One hand pass from Harris to Mendoza. There's a triple for the senior. The 6-footer Isaiah Mendoza has his second 3. Back to a 19-point lead for Scottsbluff. 4:22 to play in the third quarter. Pass to the high post against the zone goes to Capel. He throws it back into his right. Now it's along the baseline. Hegwood's pass to Stoddard. Stoddard could just not squeeze it, and the ball goes out of bounds. Already halfway through here in the third. Schwartz catches low block right side, just bully balls his way to the rim, uses that upper body strength, and gets it to go from the right block. He turned towards the baseline, barreled into the defender, scored it, and he'll get a chance for a three-point play the old-fashioned way. Schwartz has 6. 41-20. Back to a 21-point cushion, trying to make it 22. Schwartz misses at the line. Capel the rebound. Gives it to Hegwood. Hegwood flips it into the front court to Arp. Capel, Arp. Evan Humphrey has 2 threes in the quarter. Dribbles near the right corner. Picks it up to Arp. They'll move it left side, reversing the basketball. Capel at the high post. Goes up, whistle, and the foul called against Scottsbluff. Foul goes on James Bruner. Third foul on James. First team foul here in the half. Hegwood will inbound for the Bison. Rifles a pass in up top to Cole Capel. Couple of dribbles on the drive, leaves it for Stevens. And just kind of hung there for a second, rolled off. Cats, secondary break, and they find Isaiah Mendoza for the tray. Isaiah Mendoza has 3 threes tonight. Kellen Harris has 4. Capel, Evan Humphrey looking for his third of the quarter. Left it a little bit short. Bounces off the iron into the hands of Tyler Hari. Hari brings it up into the front court. Mendoza catches behind the arc, drives to the rim, misses the layup. Humphrey, the defensive rebound for McCook. He'll bring it himself across the timeline. Hearing it from a sparse student section over on the far side. Underneath Stevens. Ball comes off. And last touch by Schwartz. It goes out of bounds. Harris and Talkington on, replacing Bruner and Hari. 2:45 to play in the third quarter. McCook inbounds. Kellen Harris the steal. Jackson Ostick, he'll attack the rim. The layup in transition. The 2-on-1 break leads to an easy 2 for Jackson Ostick. Cats with their biggest lead. They extend on that biggest lead now, 26 points. Right side with it is Maris. High post Capel, looks baseline to Stevens. I think a foul is going to go against Isaiah Mendoza. He was the front side defender. Second personal on Mendoza. All of a sudden, we gave you that 9-point lead for Gearing at halftime, but North Platte has stormed back to tie that game up at 64 apiece in the second half. Fourth quarter. Couple of misses at the stripe for Ty Stevens. They get the offensive rebound. Capel gives to Maris. Duggar from a different area code. Well short. Scottsbluff runs it across the timeline. Harris finds Mendoza. Mendoza, offensive foul. A charge called against Isaiah Mendoza. Third foul on Mendoza. Maris got his feet set and drew the offensive foul on Mendoza. Jacob Gomez Wilson, a 5'9" sophomore, checks into the game. Maris being defended by Kellen Harris. Right side Capel on the perimeter. He'll shoot the triple. Rebounding the miss is Kellen Harris for Scottsbluff. Kellen quickly ahead to Ostick. Jackson, dribble handoff to Tate Talkington. Tate out of the corner. 3 for Harris will not go. Michael Mickey, a 6'1 sophomore, is into the game. We'll see Tyler Hari come in at the next end ball. Gomez Wilson on the drive. Loses the basketball, and we're going to get a whistle, and a jump ball is the call. 1:19 to play in the third. Scottsbluff still leading by that same score, 46-20, as we've hit a rough patch of offense here for multiple trips down for both these squads. 46-20, 1:19 to go, third quarter. Arp. Capel gives it right back to Mark Arp. Arp on the drive. And we're going to get a whistle and a foul on the floor. It'll go against Jackson Ostick. Arp scoreless after going for 27 last night. Arp on the dribble into the paint and a bump. That'll be another foul against Jackson Ostick. Maris will inbound along the baseline. 1:06 to go in the third. Pass comes into Arp. Gomez Wilson dribbles on the perimeter. Out near the cat paw. 10-foot stripe extended. Now along the baseline, Gomez Wilson feeds Arp, forces up this three. That's off the mark. And an offensive rebound in traffic. Jacob Gomez Wilson. .40 to go in the quarter. Bruner posting. Open look, Hari. Buries the tray. Tyler Hari into double figures with 10. Kellen Harris with 12. Tyler Hari has 10. Isaiah Mendoza has 9. 9 made threes in the game for Scottsbluff as we hearken back to yesteryear. 10 seconds to go in the quarter. Arp on the dribble near midcourt. Low to the floor. Trying to work against Ostick. It's stolen away by Mendoza. 2 seconds. He'll put it up off the backboard right side. Maybe had another couple of dribbles in him, but he felt that clock running down. 3 complete. We'll head to the fourth. Scottsbluff leading 49-22 on the West Coast scoreboard.
You may look forward to spending the seasons with family in your home, but not when these critters come knocking on your door. That's where Benzel Pest Control saves the day. Family owned since 1976, we provide prompt, professional, and efficient services to keep your home or business safe and secure all year round.
With 3 generations and more than 4 decades of service to the Nebraska Panhandle and Southeast Wyoming, Benzel Pest Control is the only name in all seasons pest defense.
.49-22, Scottsbluff leading as we head to the fourth quarter. It'll be Scottsbluff basketball. Opening possession of the fourth. Tyler Hari, that's double figure 3 balls for the Bearcats. He's got 13. The lead is 30 at 52-22. Capel on the drive, forcing it up, took some contact. A foul goes against Scottsbluff. Tyler Hari called for the personal. And Capel at the stripe, where he is 1 for 2, now 2 for 3 in the night. Couple of makes there for Capel, 52-24. Kellen Harris can't continue the three-point party. Offensive rebound, Talkington. That won't go. Third crack, O-board for Hari, and he gets the bucket. He's got 15. Capel on the drive. James Bruner rebounds the miss. 1 minute into the fourth quarter. We go under 7 to play. Schwartz down low. He's mugged. And Trevor will step to the line. He'll shoot 2. Second foul on Capel. 6:57 to play in regulation. All Bearcats, they lead it by 30. And Trevor hits. Schwartz has 7. Second on the way. Trevor misses, a little strong. Rebound into the hands of Adam Duggar. We'll get Mendoza and Ostick coming in at the next dead ball. Hegwood will circle back, and a timeout taken by Joe Imus. 6:44 to play here in the fourth. We'll step away. We'll keep it right here. It'll be a 30-second stoppage in play. So stay right here. 55-24. So I believe we've got the Husker men tonight. Now, before we do that, Gehring has taken a 1-point lead here in the fourth quarter in a absolute barn burner. 1:12 to play in regulation. Gehring with a 1-point lead at home. Boys action against North Platte. Husker men at home tonight. That absolute post-COVID gauntlet rolls on as they entertain one of the top teams in the country in Illinois. Back to live action here. McCook with the ball out of the timeout. Capel on the right side wing. And he threw it to the perimeter. Duggar was cutting more towards the inside the arc, and that'll go as a McCook turnover. Yeah, Joe Imus, head coach for McCook, was at Riverside before he took the job for the Bison. I had to check with Matt on that to make sure. Advanced to a D2 semifinal 6 times, never won the title. Mendoza has his 4-3-12. He was first 4 years there as the football coach and won a 6-man title 4 times. So versatile head coach, and made the jump from Riverside to McCook after Jeremy Yoke left a few years back. 6:07 to go. It is 58-24. Left side, Maris behind the arc. I had a Riverside Minotaur third place game a few years back when Gehring head coach Kyle Cotton was the head man for Minotaur, and Imus was at Riverside. Underneath, and Mendoza got a hand on that one, knocked it away out of bounds. It'll stay with the Bison. 5:41 to play, 58-24. Caden Patton comes on. Inbounds pass, it's Arp on the drive, and still the lid is on the bucket right now for Arp, has not scored. 58-24. Ostick to Bruner. Caden Patton now, Jackson Ostick. Mendoza. James on the catch, gives it to Ostick. Breaks his man down, puts it on the floor. Caden Patton puts it up. That bounces off the iron, backboard and rim into the hands of Capel. 5:11 to play in the game. Good job by Isaiah Mendoza. He fought through on the top side of that screen. Never made a dent into the play as Mendoza did the job. Missing the three, Capel. Ball goes out of bounds. Michael Mickey checks back in for the Cats. Of course, Tyler and Matthew, his older brothers, played in the program. One thing I remember about Matthew Mickey when he pitched for the Zephyrs is his motion looked exactly like the late Roy Halladay's. Michael Mickey will shoot the tray. Off the iron, short, rebounded by Luke Maris. Into the front court with it is Duggar. That layup rolls off left side. 4.5 to play. Patton, he'll chuck one from deep. That bounces over onto the backside. Offensive rebound, a reverse layup, and Michael Mickey's got the deuce. .410 to play in regulation. Ball loose. Mickey dives after it, saves it for Mendoza. He hits the floor. Effort plays everywhere for the Cats. And James Bruner lays it in. And now we'll get a whistle and a timeout. Scott Gullion has to be pleased. The Cats lead it by 38 points. 32nd timeout. We'll keep it right here. Cats up 62-24. With the big lead, still seeing the guys diving on the floor, hustling after the basketball. That's what you love to see, as this Scottsbluff squad right now really playing together as a complete unit. 62-24 is the count. Gering and North Platte coming down to the wire over at the Dome at Gering High School. It was a 1-point lead for the Bulldogs, the homestanding Bulldogs at last check. Jeff Kelly with that exciting broadcast for you on the TV side. Allo Channel 190 if you want to flip over and catch the tail end of that one. We've got 4 minutes to go here at Scottsbluff High School. Cats leading 62-24. Andon Pittman's come on. Josiah Stans has come into the game as well for Scottsbluff. Evan Humphrey has it on the perimeter for McCook. And Jose Rodriguez with some varsity action as well right now. Triple for Duggar on the offensive end for McCook. Stans handling into the front court. One hand flick to Jose Rodriguez. Now Mickey up top. Stans fires a pass underneath. Tried to get it to Mickey. Now stolen away in the open floor by Rodriguez. Up to Stans. And that'll be an offensive foul called on Josiah Stans. 3 minutes and 5 seconds to play coming down the home stretch. Scottsbluff in cruise control mode right now. Hegwood along the baseline. Leaves it for Stoddard, who missed from about 2 or 3 feet. 2:50 to play. Final North Platte wins it 76-75. A wild one. Offensive rebound off a Bearcat miss. Andon Pittman couldn't get the putback. 62-27 here at Scottsbluff. So Gering, a valiant effort to close out their 2-day stretch against McCook and North Platte, but both go in the loss column. 76-75 was the final score, as now the third game of the weekend about to start for North Platte and McCook. How do we get home? I'm not sure they do today. A make at the line for Evan Humphrey. He gets the second. He's got 8 all here in the second half. 2:37 to go in the ball game. Stands between his legs. Rodriguez right side behind the arc. Patton top of the key. Caden Patton scoops it to Stands. Stands. Gomez Wilson reaches in, almost took it away. Stands to Rodriguez. Now it's Mickey. And a turnover committed by the Bearcats. 2:07 to go in regulation. There's a 3-ball from Duggar. Missed everything but the underside of the rim. Clipped the net. Goes out of bounds. Cats will get it back with 2:01 to play in the fourth. 62-29. Andon Pittman. Pittman to Patton for the 3. Caden Patton with 4 points in the game. Here comes Scottsbluff off a turnover. Mickey hangs and gets the runner. Wipe away the basket. An offensive foul called against Michael Mickey.
Offensive foul on number 10, Michael Mickey. First personal foul. 19th foul against the Bearcats.
90 seconds to go in this one. Bearcat boys looking for their 6th straight win. Duggar fading away along the left baseline, drops one in. Stands quickly into the front court, loses the basketball. Jacob Gomez Wilson has it. Pump fake, and Rodriguez fouled Gomez Wilson from behind. Gomez Wilson will shoot 2.
Foul number 12, Jose Rodriguez, his second personal foul, 10th team foul of the Bearcats. Free throw line.
1:11 to go in regulation.
For the Bison, Jacob Gomez Wilson shooting 1 more.
Gomez Wilson hits both at the line. Scottsbluff has made 12 triples here tonight. We go under 1 minute to play in the game. Rodriguez to Stands. Stands handles. Now Mickey to Rodriguez. They move it right side wing with it is Pittman. Pittman to Stands. He'll step into a 3. Couldn't get it to go. Over the back, foul called against Michael Mickey. Good box out position from Luke Maris. Double bonus coming up for Luke Maris for McCook. Matthew Nichols, a 6-foot junior, will check in here.
At the free throw line, Luke Maris shooting 2.
As Maris misses the first. Nichols replaces Evan Humphrey. Maris hits 1 of 2. .40 seconds to play. Stands. Down low it goes to Mickey. Outside Patton. Patton gives it up to Stands. Scottsbluff looks to probably run the clock out maybe the rest of the way here. Stands. Cut off to Rodriguez. Rodriguez back to Josiah Stands. 20 seconds to go in the game. Patton on the handle. We're down to 10 seconds to play. 65-34 appears that'll be our final score here tonight. Rodriguez had it poked away, and that'll do it. The buzzer sounds. Scottsbluff rolls to a 31-point home victory over McCook, 65-34, the final score. We'll come back and get to our Runs of Postgame show right after this on the Rural Radio Network.
New season and new fashion is in at Compliments for you and your home. Check out what's new from Tribal and Charlie B. From light layers for warm days and cool nights to reversibles that are a must-have for the season, Compliments has the style for you. With great looks come great deals. Compliments always has weekly deals to bring more style into your life. Get ahead of the trends and get the new shapes, shades, and colors this season at Compliments for you and your home. 1708 Broadway, downtown Scottsbluff.
Western CPAP Supply has earned an impeccable professional reputation within the Wyoming and Western Nebraska region. Helping you get a good night's sleep is our passion. Our amazing team understands sleep disorders from a personal and professional level. We use CPAPs and BiPAPs too, and sometimes it just helps to work with people who share common ground. Our accredited CPAP supply company is approved by Medicare and Medicaid and is in network with every major insurance company in the region. Western CPAP Supply. We're here to help.
Well, the Scottsbluff boys just continue to get better as a basketball team. About each and every night out, a dominant, thorough beating of McCook here late afternoon, early evening as they cruise to a 31-point win, 65-34. Scottsbluff has now won 6 straight games as they are obviously playing their best basketball of the season coming down the home stretch. Just one more regular season game to go. That'll be at home next weekend against Gering, and then we'll move to the boys' postseason. Girls' postseason play arrives starting on Monday. Cats a winner, 65-34. We'll be back with more on the Runs of Postgame show right after this on the Rural Radio Network.
Hydrozen. Unplug and recharge. What is Hydrozen? It's total body relaxation. It's total body recharge. It's floating weightless on water. Floating your aches, pains, stresses, and worries away. Hydrozen is a revolutionary new therapy using Epsom salt saturated water as a way to relax and rejuvenate your body. And it's now available in Scottsbluff. It is for most ages and has many benefits to the mind and body. Visit hydrozenfloat.com or call us at 308-63-FLOAT.
Welcome to the Snow Show, boys and girls. Today we'll be learning about safe snow tips. Yay! Tip number 1. When scooping the sidewalk, always deposit the snow on your lawn and gardens. Not only is it environmentally safe, it keeps our streets and gutters clear. Tip number 2. Where there's ice on the ground, use salt only as a last resort. Use no-salt de-icers, which are less harmful to plants, animals, and your concrete. Be safe around snow and ice. Show is brought to you today by Tri-State.
Chris Control back with you. KNEB.TV, radio on the trail, and of course we're on Allo Channel 15 and Mobius Channel 1500. Scottsbluff head coach Scott Golian making his way over to our broadcast location. We'll get the mic in coach's hand here in just a moment. Get some post-game thoughts from the head man as Scottsbluff has there you go, Coach. Time to visit with Scott Golian. Coach, how about 6 straight wins? That sounded pretty good to you?
Absolutely. Especially after maybe struggling, being below 500, and these guys are able to get it rolling. Obviously, this is always a pretty tough weekend, and our guys being able to put together 2 games in a row again, where I think early in the season we struggled on day 2 or day 3. Being able to put together 2 days in a row that are really good is really important for us. One
sequence that really stands out to me, and I'm sure it did to you as well, late in the game, things in the bag already. You get Mendoza hustling after a loose ball. Again, game already in the books for you. Hits the floor, saves it to Bruner. Bench goes wild. It just shows everybody playing for one another and everybody willing to put their body on the line.
Yeah, I mean, Michael Mickey, first of all, dives for it and kind of knocks it so we can maybe have a chance to get it. And then Isaiah and another guy are kind of going for it, and Isaiah dives for it. Has it, but then kind of loses it and then taps it to James. I thought that was a tremendous play. I mean, people maybe don't think much of it, but those are plays that win you basketball games.
How much fun did you have, and how much fun did the main crew have watching some of the kids that, in years past, the end of the bench got plenty of time in games. There's not been many of these opportunities this year, so for the main the heavy rotation guys and you and the staff, was it fun watching your young kids getting some time together?
It's always good to get those guys experience, and a couple of them get in there with the main rotation a little bit early, but those guys getting a chance to get in the game and play in a varsity game, it's just a little bit different, more exciting, I think, and so it's good to get those guys some experience. I think you could see that there's a little bit of lack of experience there with some of the stuff that we did, but those guys have been doing a tremendous job, and I think they got a bright future.
One more regular season game left to go, and look, Gehring had you down by 4 at their place. They lose at home by 1 today, 76-75 to North Platte. So when they're on or locked in, you know that they're capable of putting up a good fight. So we'll have more fans in the stands, I would imagine, next week. So we should get a great high school basketball environment one final night for a regular season rivalry game.
Yeah, Gehring's been kind of up and down the whole season, but we've seen what they're capable of firsthand in our game, playing one of their better games and had us down, and we had to fight and claw to get that one. And then, some other games, and tonight just proves that they're capable of playing with a lot of teams. So we're going to have to make sure that we put forth our best effort, because we know we're going to get theirs. And, final game of the regular season, heading into districts, you want to be playing well. And, it'll be a great environment, I think.
You're playing well. Where do you think, and I know you don't want to look too far ahead, but and I'm not asking you about PowerPoints, but just right now you've watched a ton of film all around Class B. Where do you kind of think you're kind of fitting in right now?
I guess I don't know for sure. I think we're still probably hovering right around that 10 spot, I would guess. I think we have the ability to beat some teams that are maybe ranked a little bit higher. I do know there's some top-tier teams that, we would have to play really well probably. But we're playing well and we're playing with confidence, which always helps you out in those types of games. Even if you're overmatched or whatever, when you're playing with confidence, you kind of think nothing can go wrong, and you have confidence in your teammates, and that right there just gives you a chance in pretty much every game that you play.
And when you're playing with confidence and when you're hitting 13 threes, that'll help.
Yeah, it was great to see some guys hit some shots. Some of them, I didn't think were great, but they went in, so they ended up being great. But it was great to see Isaiah get kind of back on track with his shot a little bit. His three-point shot has been off a little bit, and we're going to need him to hit shots for us. This gives us another threat on the court that people have to guard.
Coach, normally when we're on the road, I say travel safe and good luck getting home. We're at home. Good luck getting home.
It might be. I haven't been out there for, since our JV game started, so a few hours. So it was coming down pretty decent when I showed up.
Yeah.
So,
as this thing was winding down, I said, now the third game of the weekend starts for McCook and North Platte. Trying to get home, word. I don't envy those folks.
I'm glad we're not traveling. We had to, fight a little bit of weather last week, but nothing like what's happening right now.
Coach, congratulations on the win. Thanks for stopping over, and enjoy a Saturday off.
Thanks, Chris.
You bet. We'll come back with more right after this on the Rural Radio Network.
Orthopedics is key to managing and treating bone and joint pain, which most of us experience in our lifetime. Morrill County Community Hospital and their clinics are here to help. Mikhail Taylor, MD, is now welcoming new patients from hand surgery, sports medicine, and fractures and injuries. Mikhail Taylor is specialized in upper and lower extremities, and with her expertise, you're assured the highest quality health care service possible. Our dedicated team is committed to you and our community every time. At Morrill County Community Hospital, Bridgeport, Nebraska, exceptional care right here at home.
The Verizon family is full of frowns because they're spending too much for their unlimited data and phones, while the Viero family is all smiles because they're getting 4 lines of unlimited data with 2 free Apple iPhone SE for mom and dad and 2 free LG K31 smartphones for the kids, all for just $100 a month. They're saving so much, they're able to get Fido. Find out how you can too at Viero.com or your nearest Viero store. Viero Wireless, keeping you connected.
Chris Cottrell back with you on the Rural Radio Network as we check our scoring totals for Scottsbluff. Check on Stats brought to you by Paul Reed Construction and Supply. Tyler Hari led the team with 15 points. 2 others in double figures, Isaiah Mendoza and Kellen Harris, each scored 12. Again, that trio really the main culprits for those 13 made 3-point field goals. Elsewhere, 7 apiece for Tate Talkington and Trevor Schwartz. Let's see, 4 in the game for James Bruner and Caden Patton, 2 each for Jackson Ostick and Michael Mickey. I don't think I left anyone out. No, I did not. So, Kellen Harris, yes, I mentioned he had 12. Those are your scoring leaders for Scottsbluff. We'll come back and name our Taco John's player of the game right after this.
Find out what convenient really means at the Western Travel Terminal. Start with our great selection of food and drinks, from for real milkshakes and fresh brewed coffee to snacks and hot food. Next, check out our beer and spirits with their everyday low prices. Finally, let us work for you with our full-service gas station and automatic truck and car wash. All this can be found at 822 South Beltline in Scottsbluff. Western Travel Terminal, your convenient shopping, restaurant, and full-service gas leader.
Fly United Airlines, operated by SkyWest with Western Nebraska Regional Airport. United is dedicated to going the extra mile for you with daily flights to and from Denver, along with a commitment to excellent service. Reserve your flight today, and remember, United miles can be earned and redeemed with your flights. While at the airport, stop and enjoy authentic Italian food at Roma Italian Restaurant. Plus, Hertz Thrifty Car Rental is there for your car rental needs. Make life easier, relax, and get on board with Western Nebraska Regional Airport.
Yeah, remote start going to come in handy right now if you've got it. I have not looked outside since between games. It was really coming down after the girls' varsity game. We'll see what things look like coming up here in a few moments. We're going to go with Tyler Hari as our Taco John's player. This was really just a great team effort all the way around, but for our individual player of the game, brought to you by Taco John's of Scottsbluff and Gering, Tyler Hari, 15 points. Who knows how many rebounds? Probably, more than a handful. He averages 7 on the season, hits them on both ends of the floor. Tyler Hari, your Taco John's player of the game for Scottsbluff. A sweep here for the Cats today, 65-34 in the boys' game. The Lady Cats a winner by 18, 59-41. Let's get ourselves packed on up and out of here. Hope everybody has a safe and warm rest of the weekend. Appreciate the help from Nick and our KNEB.TV crew. For those guys, I'm Chris Cottrell saying so long from Scottsbluff High School as the Cats sweep a doubleheader from McCook. That'll do it. So long and good night, everybody.